Hey, there we are. Welcome to SpeedGaming Live. I'm Dark Moon EX, joined here with, in person, Sir Link-A-Lot. Hello.
Hey, how you doing, Dark Moon?
Doing good. It's weird doing this in person, I'm just saying.
Yeah, a little bit.
So we're here with Final Fantasy Randomizer. We are going to be doing the SpeedGaming Live tournament based on the Week 4 flags that we're running right now in our Fall League because we felt it was cruel to do too much and confuse our runners. Our runners being LordFizzlebeef and Mageius. Link, you're not in the league. Have you tried these flags out yet?
Yeah, I've done a couple tests.
Okay.
So
What do you think of them?
they're interesting.
Yeah.
We've got three. Well, it's 2 force party members. 3 if you count the nun, though.
Yeah, 3 of them.
You get to pick one, but it can't be a black belt.
Mm-hmm.
We got bosses clamped 100 to 200. That's the big thing. It's not a short topher that we've been seeing a little bit more often.
Yeah. Short Topher's been standard for a little while there, and we went with long for this one to make it a more spring tournament feel, just with like the 3 orbs instead of the 4 to change up strategy a bit. Because it does feel like there's a little strategy there. Where do the key items lead you? Which ones do you want to pursue? What path do you want to take through? And when you're not doing all 4 dungeons, your experience is going to be a little lower too.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And there's no loose items. It's 19 incentive items, 19 locations.
No Masamune.
Yeah,
Removed from
no,
the game.
no Masamune at all, so no easy. You know, here's your end game sword.
Here's your sword. Nope. Now you got to figure it out.
Yep.
So, I guess we're ready. Do you? Okay. We are just waiting on the tech, and then we'll be good to go. So we can just fill for a little while. One of us is not showing up on screen right now. So.
Yeah.
Woo!
That would be fun.
So we've got 9 players in this tournament. This is the first broadcast match, and actually only the second game of the tournament played so far. We 2 of our players, Ikir and DVS, have to battle for the right to take you on.
If I got to sit and play Link to the Past all day, because it's like, hey, this is good. I can take care of these, and then I'll race Final Fantasy tomorrow instead.
Enjoy your buy for a little while.
Enjoy it. That's the point, right? That's the point of getting a buy, is to enjoy it.
Yeah. Link to the Past, and what else are you playing here? That's it? Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Two is more than enough. I can't even imagine trying to do 3. On top of volunteering and everything else.
Come on, there's like 4 or 5 Zelda games here.
No. I have to draw the line somewhere.
I'm only playing this, so I have no room to judge right now. Oh.
So the one thing we're not sure of, I know there's blur things, but normally when we're at home, not live, we typically commentators pull the seeds up.
Know them ahead of time.
We can see the blur things, so we can kind of explain it. Unfortunately, yeah, we don't know what the blur things are.
Nope, we'll just go into this and see what happens.
We'll see if anything crazy happens that fighter starts casting black magic or who knows.
I don't think those are on, but it's a possibility. I mean, like they could start with the elemental package. Like all the blur things got like changed around recently by the.
I noticed that. I was just like playing because I've been like busy with other things. I'm like looking through the blur, and I'm like, I don't remember these. It's time to go to the wiki.
If you haven't checked out the Final Fantasy Randomizer recently or at all, you may be surprised by just how much crap is actually in the randomizer. 585 flags by the last time it was counted. A ridiculous amount of features that our devs have just put in because they have some wild idea. And there's like, this will make a feature. Let's just put it in and see what happens. So yeah, if you were going back and watching like the Fall League, for example, you'll see a bunch of different things that were done. My brain is already like feedback week was probably the most enjoyable one because the community got to vote on the flags every day for those ones, and they made some really insane flag sets.
They did.
Yeah, so Fall League's at the time to showcase everything that's cool and interesting that we have in the randomizer that doesn't really work in normal tournament play. So,
or maybe it doesn't. That's what we're figuring out too.
You never know.
So, yeah.
Still work on some technical issues. So. But while you're here, you can go and check out FinalFantasyRandomizer.com, which has links to the Discord and the development Discord, as well as the randomizer itself, links to the wiki so you can learn all about it, and you'll want to learn all about it. There's a lot there.
Which I guess bringing it up, too, because it should be starting in the next couple months, Duckling program.
Yes. So we'll have a little short break after Fall League is over within a couple weeks. Then we actually are doing our second ever Rando Marathon. That will be going on. But after that, we'll be preparing for Winter Tournament, which was our spring tournament and is now in the winter. And that will then, after spring tournament, winter tournament, whatever you want to call it, is over with, we will then go into our duckling program. That's what we call our boot camp and then new player showcase and tournament that comes immediately afterwards. So it's going to be 6 weeks of learning, figuring out what the randomizer has on offer, what is available, how to play the game, because we'll take you through the whole process of learning it to try and get you up to speed. And we're really good at training people because we've made way too many people that are better at the game than we are at this point.
I mean, I was one of them, so.
See? And you got the bye in this tournament. But yeah, that's perfect time, and then we'll do a 5-week tournament at the end to let the ducklings showcase their stuff, get their little flippers wet, and go out there and race with themselves, and then they're ready to go for like summer co-op and fall league that will come afterwards. It's really a great training program. Plus, then you can just play with us regularly, and we are always doing something. We're always busy.
Yeah, there's not a lot of downtime.
Can we fit
whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, don't know sometimes, but.
Can we fit something in on this weekend? Yes, we can. I think I run out of stuff to say.
Yeah.
The couple of these that I've run, I've been really bad at. I'm not going to lie. This particular flag set, I think I get lost in my head and wander in stupid directions. I know people can do these in like 40, 45 minutes. So.
Last one I finished was like 105, but I had a nasty Topher. Everything had like first turn nuclear.
Okay.
Kraken 2 was Kraken 2.
Kraken 2, yeah. Eight arms and they'll just punch you and it hurts.
I even looked at the spoiler afterwards just to be like, all right, let's see what it actually said.
Mm-hmm.
And it said Kraken had weak hits. I'm like, oh, okay. Tell that to my ninja who got hit like 7 times for 500 damage. Sure.
He could have done for 1,000. That was weak.
He could. Yeah, that was weak. Like weak, it's only 60. 60 hit. Per hit. It's no big deal. It's like until Kraken hits 7 times.
Yeah, Thief did not dodge nearly as much as he was supposed to.
No.
That
Thief decided it's like I don't feel like dodging any of these.
I'm just gonna stand here and take it. It'll be fine, right?
You're not a knight. You can't do that. Because that is one flag. If you're not if you've played Final Fantasy 1 but not the randomizer, think why are they talking about thieves? Thieves are typically
bad,
useless.
Yeah,
they're meant for run, and that's it. Well, we've got some buffs to thieves where they have better agility. So
we've apparently annihilated everything that they've been doing here and have created the biggest technical mess ever. Rock on for us. They'll get it working. It's fine.
It will.
Yeah, it'll be fine. But yeah, no, thieves are great in the randomizer now. The devs have done a lot to really balance them out. They've upped the critical hits. I think you were mentioning they've
agility went up.
Agility went up.
I think that's that and lockpicking. I think those are both like very
when lockpicking's on.
Pretty. I wouldn't say they're newish at this point anymore.
About a year old.
Yeah, they're about a year old, but
yeah.
they were significant buffs to balance the classes.
And really, just fixing things in the base game so that running actually worked properly.
Yep.
That did a lot to make the Thief a little more viable, since the original version of the game referenced something on the next character down in order instead of what the Thief's rut stat was supposed to be. So it didn't even work properly. Like, just going in there and playing the vanilla version through the randomizer with all the bug fixes in place is just a revelatory experience for the NES game. So much better.
It needed to be restarted. It does that after being swapped. Gotcha.
Okay.
Give me 1 more second.
You're good, sir. We can keep blathering.
Yeah. Technical issues are fixed. They just got to do like one more thing, and then we should be good to go.
Yeah, almost there.
Yeah.
And then we can get into a very buggy game that has been fixed quite a deal. It feels on brand, really.
Yeah.
Feel like I should probably have chat open, which I didn't do.
It's probably a good idea.
Yeah, it's not a bad thought. Come to SpeedGaming Live and watch 2 people play on their phones.
Hey, we're supposed to do this. We got to interact with the people that can't be here. That's what it's for.
Oh, hey, there's some music.
I hear sound.
I hear music. Look at that.
There we
Okay,
go.
fighter, black mage, red mage, and fighter, red mage, red mage. Between FizzleBeef and Mageius. I'm assuming the red mage had something good on them, so...
Possibly.
Do you want me to count them down? Okay, cool. We're just getting everything worked out, and we should be set to roll. So, Link, I think we've talked enough at this point. Should we get into the game?
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Let's do this. Gonna let the tech count them down. And we will be off and running to see what is at Canaria Castle for the start of this game. Oop, I just dapped my microphone. That was smart of me. You know, this is one of those songs that just comes back around. You hear it, you get annoyed by it, and then it just kind of starts to work again at a certain point.
I mean, yes and no, because it's just like this is also like the iconic Final Fantasy thing. It's if you play any other Final Fantasy, you probably hear this at some point. But we are getting the countdown, so we're going to be starting right now.
Right there. Ooh, that was smooth.
All right, so
Classic move, go into Canaria, check the magic shop, see what's available.
do some messing with the party,
Yeah.
get him kind of in more safe spots.
Yeah.
Uh,
I didn't see anything worthwhile
yeah,
there.
Maybe the Silver Sword later just to have something if spells are really bad, but Wood Armor 5, and then Iron plus 4 shield though. And even the Wood plus helmet, that fighter is actually going to have some decent equipment. But Black Magic, I didn't see anything useful.
Rub and lock 2. I mean, you'll take it, you can kill Garland with it, but you're really like sitting there going, let's go to Provoca. Now, knowing FizzleBeef, Fizzle has a move that he'll do normally, his path. He'll go up to Temple of Fiends, he'll kill Garland, get the items from the Royals, and then go over to Provoca in this flag set before going down through the river system onto Crescent, because we start with the Canoe. So Canoe is automatic, good to go, and it's a good path to take. That was 2 back-to-back encounters early in the table. Oh, okay.
That
That's
is
lovely.
nice to see right away.
That's lovely.
I wonder if he saved or didn't do a... Maybe he saved outside of Temple of Fiends but didn't actually hard reset
Yeah.
to kind of see where the table is.
And a Bane Sword is our starting magic item that we gave to the players to be nice.
Unfortunately, it rolled down a little bit because if that rolls up, that's almost a serviceable endgame weapon.
could
just
be,
because
yeah.
of the crit on it.
That could be. But, I mean, you've got Rub and you've got Bane. I'm sure you'll be able to kill Garl right there.
Yeah.
Okay. So FizzleBeef has that. Mageius is now following in the path, having done his shopping. We'll be going up. We'll get the ship and the bottle. Well, bottle's not immediately useful right now, but ship actually will probably change Fizzle's path just a little, because you don't have to take the river system down now to go to the Crescent area.
And that boat moves fast. We have speedboat.
Yeah. Oh, that's one of the great things the devs put in the last year, Speedboat. Now it moves at the speed of the airship. You'll still get encounters at the standard rate, but they're faster.
Yeah.
It's a speed run. We gotta go fast. Selling the Bane Sword. Well, $26,000. Can't really blame that. Picking up a couple silvers. They're not great, but they'll do the trick.
They're better than swinging nothing.
They're swinging nothing, exactly.
'Cause
That's what we were swinging. Was a whole lot of nothing. Buying an iron sled and a wood pot for your head. And wood armor. Okay, well, I mean, it's all really nice pluses right there.
Oh, yeah, honestly, like
Yeah.
take the wood armor so you can give that opal bracelet to your red mage or the black mage to protect them because they're typically your mages are the ones that carry you early through the game, and we didn't see it on Fizzle's side. Mages saw it though. Garland actually had lit 3.
Oh, well, that was a good dodge on FizzleBeef's part then.
Yeah.
Now, if you haven't seen this game since it got randomized, you might be curious about the pluses and minuses. Those do work kind of like you'd expect from D&D or such what. The armor gets a nice point of evade, a point of lightness, unless it's the actual armor plating. That was a harm 4 there. I saw that.
Yep.
Then it's 2 points for both of those. Or if it's the negative, it's 2 points against. Black magic, kinda not great. Warp is good to find, but man, this is you really want an AoE damage spell, and we just aren't getting it.
Yeah, I mean just magic in general. I mean, if
Yep.
we had a white mage,
Yep.
harm 4 would be really nice because that hits everything.
Yep.
'Cause that's another flag we've got turned on for this. But yeah, with right now that is not what you want to see for early game magic.
I mean, you could kill the pirates with Quake,
Yeah.
but now you're sitting there going, okay, now I need to get to Elfland and like see what their magic is, and really hope that at some point I get an AoE, because otherwise this is all physicality.
Yeah, you know, you're hoping. I mean, you'll be happy to see a level 2 sweeper, but when you start talking 3 and 4, you really want to see
9 for
level
9.
3s.
The Final Fantasy special did not kick in. All 9 pirates actually died that time. Usually 1 or 2 survive for me, even when I try that.
We got Slab from Bicky.
Still not immediately useful. We were looking for the canal to get out of the Circle C, so we can do some of these turn-ins, but so far not much.
Yeah, buy some cabins, piers, couple houses.
And our armor is... actually, I think the wood armor might be better than the iron at that point. Or pretty close.
It's almost the same.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's a few points, but the biggest thing is the evade. Like,
Yeah.
The iron armor, you're going to lose almost all your evade, whereas the wood, you'll get a good chunk of defense and probably almost no evade penalty.
Yeah.
Or very low.
So that's something to pay attention to with the blursings. The bonuses, or blessings and curses, or we just call them blursings. The weapons and armor with that, they can, like, knowing your numbers and knowing the armor and so forth can really help. Or just having a vague idea and being like, this seems about right. Fast, Ice 3, Brack, or Ice 2. No, okay. So let's say finally we're getting some real magic, but Ice 2 is not real magic.
Especially considering, like, where we, like, right now, we've got 3 places to go. You either got Marsh Cave, Volcano, but Volcano doesn't have anything.
Yeah.
We could go there to kill Carrie if you want to try it. But,
yeah.
And then we've got Ice Cave. So both of those places, ice is not really what you want to bring in.
I mean, I wouldn't complain about the fast. Having fast at this point is good for, like, my end game plotting. And Invis 2 is nice to see. Ruse in a spot where the fighter can learn it when he class changes is also good. But, like, you are correct. We don't have anything to manage Ice Cave, and still don't, because Harm 3 is just not going to do the trick. Lightning 2 and Quad X. Like, I don't mind the Lightning 2. I don't mind the Quad X. I don't want them at level 4.
It's nice to see Saber, because if you find a ninja, so notice typically, if you're used to playing Final Fantasy, you have 4 party members. One of them is a Force Nun. There are 4 Warriors of Light that are locked behind the 4 Fiends. One of them could be a ninja, or a thief, and then if you promote it, it would be a ninja, and Saber is a possibility, and there's a chime.
That was a bold move on Fizzlebeef's part right there. He sold that Opal Bracelet +2 for the cash to buy the chime. That's one of those ones where you're sitting there going, okay, that's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see if that pays off.
Yeah.
We haven't seen moves like that since, Mono back with the Buzzsaw back in the day. I don't need this Opal armor. I could just sell that for money.
I mean, it is one of those things. The Opal Bracelet's nice to have if you find it early, but when you start getting in, endgame like Topher, things like that, the Opal Bracelet probably isn't going to save your mages.
Like, I wouldn't mind sitting on it for the mage. I wouldn't sell it right now. But you don't need it for the fighter with all the pluses he got on the basic armor he has. No. Yeah.
Yeah. Ruse at level 4, though, that might... I don't know, Ruse at 3. That might come in handy, especially if we don't find a white mage, because the Invis 2 is actually locked.
Mageius just reset back to Canaria, and I'm wondering if he didn't save after Provoca and may have accidentally reset all the way back.
Possibly?
I don't know if he went down to Provoca. I missed it. But meanwhile, Fizzlebeef is in Marsh Cave looking for the 1 key item there. Only going to do that, and then... Well, never mind to warping back out.
Yeah, the Muck said no. And now oh, hey, look. Vanilla Wizards. Hey,
well, he ran away. What is it? The canal.
Yeah, okay,
that's
that
pretty
opens
much,
things up significantly now.
That wasn't necessary. It didn't necessarily have to be there, because the canal could have been at Crescent Lake or at Ice Cave. But we knew we were going to be finding it sooner or later.
Yep. Now the scary part is getting out. Because if you lost your, hey, I have warp charges, I can get out of here free. Now you have to, you have a fighter. If nothing has skills and spells, you're fine. But fighters aren't the greatest at running away, especially early level. Once they get some levels, if they're getting lucked, they're decent.
Yeah.
You typically don't bring a fighter in the low levels to run.
No. I mean, he's making a good job of it so far.
Yeah, he is.
Credit. And what the good armor he got early on is really helping him to not like suffer too much from the damage he's taking. Would be nice if like the game would let him run.
Yeah.
As is always the case.
Some questions in chat from Nightmare Phoenix. Do we have a Fane River dock on? No. So the extra docks that are on, if I'm not mistaken, is just Northern docks, as well as Cardia Island dock is on as well. And then Bahamut's treasure hoard is all there as well. So you don't actually need the airship to get to all the treasures in Cardia, which there is an incentive item there as well. So whether you want to check it before finding the tail, that's another question. And unfortunately, yeah, LordFizzlebeef kind of stuck by these zombies and ghouls. They do not want to let him get out. Just slowly whittling him down to...
Yeah.
Hey, he finally gets away.
He cannot be happy with how long that took to get away. Oh!
He didn't run fast enough. They were right on his tail. That's
Oh,
not really
great.
how that works, but...
No, the game doesn't care. Game is on a step pattern. We liken it to a deck of cards. Like when you get on specific cards of a certain value, and then an encounter will happen. So he was going to get this encounter no matter what 2 steps later. It would be nice if the game would let him run. There you go. And the game doesn't ever have to let you run. There's no percentage that says it's always going to. It's based on various stats on the character, and sometimes you just get punished. Final Fantasy. It's great.
That math works. Probabilities.
Death by math. Which in this case means you die because math didn't like you.
So we are actually seeing Mageius make that play that you said LordFizzlebeef likes to make, it looks like. Or he was trying to, and then the Hydra said no.
So yeah, back in here, have to get his lives up. His characters up. I mean, I don't mind Mageius making some of these plays, though. He's going for some different decisions that Fizzlebeef didn't do. Didn't save at Volcano, though, which... if you're going to do Volcano Dive for anything, I think you need to save outside just in case you find something good, so you can then, like, recalibrate if you die or something.
Yeah, or if you find nothing, then instead of having to run out, you can just
Reset.
reset out.
Yeah. And I don't know where he'd be resetting to at this point.
Yeah, I don't mind the check because, I mean, Volcano Armory is really quick to get to. There's a lot of chests in there. Typically, you find something of value. Usually.
Yeah. Not sure he has the damage capacity right now to really kill this. Meanwhile, Fizzle is out on the open sea. He's managed to get his way over to Crescent Lake, and because of the canoe that we start with, he can just park right there at the river, which is faster. And now we can see what the old dudes in the circle have while they do their yoga. Ooh, chain +3. That's nice for both the fighter and the red mage.
Yeah, I don't know if I get rid of their iron -3.
Yeah.
There was life and exit. Ice 3 was the biggest find I saw in level 6, but that's not really where you want to start seeing
all your AoE. No.
Life, thankfully, though, that is learnable by red mages. So.
Hey, so I heard you guys like sailing over here. You guys want to sail back? Thanks for that adamant way outside the Circle C, guys. Appreciate it. Do you go immediately turn this in, or do you decide to go to, like, Ice Cave or something?
I don't know. I think Ice Cave. Ice Cave is one of those places that's just... it's either a breeze, or it's the most dangerous dungeon in the game. Just because there's so many different monsters. Thankfully, you have warp, so, I mean, if you have the charges, you could get in, get out, hopefully. It looks like we are going to Ordeals instead.
I like this play. I'm a big fan of always betting on Ordeals when you have the chance. Plus, with warp charges like we have, hopefully he has some, you can actually get through this dungeon fairly efficiently.
I like it especially in these flakes because of the Cardia incentive as well. When you come here just for Ordeals, it can feel kind of bad, especially if there's nothing here. But odds are with Ordeals and Cardia, you're going to find something of value in one of them.
Fizzle discovering the joy of a mixed-up Ordeals maze. It's making him go through every single pillar multiple times, just because.
Yep, that would be when you use one of those warp charges.
Yeah,
nope,
that was it right there. It is going to take this one. He does actually have the firepower to take out some basic Medusas. Medusas aren't that strong, and at the level he's at right now, their experience output is actually going to be pretty nice for him.
Yeah, 4 of them for almost 2,000.
Yeah.
Much needed levels.
So the thing that you wouldn't have known in this game is that Warp will take you back previous pillars in Ordeals, because you couldn't have Warp until after you were done through Ordeals. So, one of the many, like, almost quality of life things that was baked into the game that we only discovered when the game started getting randomized.
Yeah, because vanilla, you never have warp.
Nope. Can't have Warp, can't have Exit, because that's their promotion lock. You can't promote until after you have the airship. You can only get the airship by going through Ice Cave, where Warp is also very useful, and you can only get the tail going through here. So it's like the game was just like, you can do this, but you can't.
You can't do it the fun way.
You can come back if you want to do it again later. Titan Trove is on, so that's another check we can do.
2 of them, because you got
Yeah,
Sardas as well. So this was actually a really good play, because it's a total of 3. I mean, I'm sure he's going to check the incentive while he's here. But
Yeah.
That's 3 incentives at this point. So
3 plus the Cardia incentive, as you said. So that's 4 more checks he has that are just quote-unquote easy breezy. Now, the game can still throw something nasty on the ocean, so I don't want to curse him. But still, that's a good spot for him to be at. Meanwhile, Mageius coming over here, hitting Crescent Lake. Looks like he's reviving one of his red mages, and gonna save. Going back on the river system.
okay.
There he goes. So one of the things that we've done here is we have that's a rude ambush, thank you.
Very
Very rude. So one of the things that we have here is we have a dock now installed that you can turn on for the Cardia Island, which puts you at Bahamut. And then one of the other ones we have is Bahamut's Trove, which puts all the chests from around the Cardia Islands behind Bahamut. And Bahamut doesn't really actually guard the chests unless you turn his Guardians on, which is yet another flag we have. So you can wander down here, wander up, and get all the treasure that Bahamut has while never actually talking to him. You can just be like, peace out, bro.
Yeah, and the only potential time loss we're looking at here is Mage Staff is nice to find. But only potential time loss is if you come back to promote now. No tail unless, you know, the tail would be just behind Bahamut. But no, TNT, which is a really nice find because now you don't have to do Dwarf Cave twice.
Yep, Flame Shield is nice, or Flame Sword is nice. Heal Pot Hot I'd even take right now because we could use a little of that healing for places like Ice Cave and so forth. This was actually, like, it's not a great haul, but it's a good haul for Ice Cave. Because the Mage Stick will be good down there as well.
Yeah, because we don't have any spells for fire, so yeah, that is actually really good.
This was your ready-made Ice Cave starter pack.
Yeah, I expect to see Dwarf Cave, probably Dwarf Cave next.
Dwarf Cave, then over out to the Sarda area for Titan and Sarda. And man, when you can just dock at any river, it's so convenient. Like, the game never explains that to you in the vanilla game, but you can do it. And you are expected to do it to get to Ordeals originally. It's just, it's not explained to you, you just kind of have to figure it out.
Yep. The hooray door. We get 3 hoorays.
It's a 3 hooray day. Well, that's nice to get that here because we can turn that in as well.
Yep.
If we get the crystal, it's like everything out of the way at this point. Well, at least when we go over to Mirage, we can do a bunch of Mirage stuff. And actually, Mirage has a dock on it, I believe, in this flag set.
Northern docks are turned on, so that is clearable Mirage. Now, whether or not you want to go try to clear, the NPC is telling him to stop. So we've got the crystal in Ice Cave.
I think that was slot 1's learnable for the red mage, isn't it?
For black magic?
White magic.
Or white magic? Yes.
Okay.
Red mage is slot 1, and then red wizard gets slot 2.
So that's wall learnable right now, which I wouldn't mind. Fade would have been nice to have somewhere else that the red mage could learn it. And then nuke was there for the black mage, but I think it was slot 3. So that's blocked to him until he promotes. He'll
Red-
probably promote, though,
Red Wizard will also have access to that. Red
Yeah.
Wizard gets all of 5 once promoted.
once promoted.
Black Magic does.
Nice cheap pro rings. Buy a couple of those. I think he got a pro cape over at, yep, there it is, over at Ordeals as well. So his armor situation actually isn't looking that bad right now. And sells the heal pot.
Take stock of inventory. Mageius has left Ice Cave, got all the goodies, and I would assume is probably going to take that crystal.
So
Inventory
Crystal was
before.
at Ice Cave? I
Yeah.
missed that. Perfect. Okay. So, I mean, you're here, and your ship is parked right here. This is the perfect time to turn in that crystal, and we can see what it is. We may have a visible path to no mode at that point. Well, no, we still need key and loot. Never mind. Don't listen to me.
Best thing for Mageius to find here would be Floater.
Yes.
Because right now, LordFizzlebeef has a lot of checks on him. Floater will allow Mageius to make those a lot quicker.
A good way to catch up, in fact. Yeah. That double encounter early in the spell table, or monster table, just so much fun.
There is a rod.
So as far as dungeons are concerned, that's a go. Like, if we had key and loot right now, Fizzlebeef could just finish the seed if he wanted to try for it. His levels aren't great, but he could try. Because you only need to complete 3 of the 4 dungeons, Fiend dungeons, in this flag set. 3 orbs are all that's required to open up the black orb and make it your way into Long Topher. He's got, and there's the key, so we just need loot. Wow.
Which loot is on Crystal?
Loot is...
Or, yeah, loot is Matoya.
So we are in no mode,
Yep.
technically. Now, that would require us to go floaterless, no promotion, no really good endgame sword, because the best we found right now is, I believe, a flame sword.
I also think it's a lack of temper, which I don't think you're making it through Topher
No,
with the flame sword.
I'm not saying it's a good idea.
I mean, yeah, I guess you could. Possibly.
We've
but-
seen people do dumber things and make it work, okay? Like, if the FFR roulette actually rolls in your favor, then it rolls in your favor, and that's just how it is. But I don't think the odds are good.
Probably not.
No. Did we not see Temper? I thought we saw Temper.
Maybe we did, but it was like a higher level.
Like
though,
level
too.
5 or level 6, I think.
Yes.
I'll check and see if our tracker has notes on that. Soft Numb, our tracker behind the scenes, taking
Temper
care
was okay. We got Devious RNG saying Temper was 5 slot 1.
Okay. Well, we do have Temper then, because the Black Mage can learn that, and the Red Mage should... Red Mage can learn that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Need to get decent levels to have enough charges, though.
Yeah.
But
Especially on the Red Mage. Mageius is going to struggle a little with that, with having 2 Red Mages at their slower spell progression, but could still make it work.
the nice thing about it is if you don't find another red mage or a white mage to fill in, like potentially your 4th slot, your empty slot, you've got 2 people that will be able to cast life.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about your 1 life caster going down and then trying to potentially man mode your way through the rest of Topher.
Yeah. So, fought some Mummy Whiz Mummies. Got to level 14 on 2 characters. Tried to run out to avoid the ambush, and the game had other ideas.
Okay, so according to Sofnum, one of the blessings for the red mages, they started with Temper.
Oh!
So they have, both of them already have 2 charges of Temper sitting at level 8.
Yeah, well, I did say at the start that I expected the Red Mage had something worthwhile.
That
Because Mageius took 2 of them. That makes sense.
That is definitely worthwhile.
Of course, those are level 8 charges, as you pointed out, so he only has 2 of them, and the Red Mage is not going to be adding a lot of charges beyond that. But he can learn Temper in his 5th level spell slot as well. You can double Temper on that. I've tried that.
Yeah.
Yep. The game just checks if you have it at that particular level. It doesn't check if you just have the spell. So,
Thankfully, because that would kind of be
rude.
that would be like that would be a curse in disguise.
It would be really rude. I don't think that's something that the devs had to program in, though. I think that's just default behavior for the game, which is kind of cool. The number of the number of things that are default behavior that the randomizer just lets happen, you're like, well, that's convenient. It's really kind of nice. So 2-manning it right now through Earth Cave. Can't say I blame that. He really needs to start dumping some charges on a couple or levels on his characters. So, and Earth Cave isn't generally that scary unless you get like a particularly gross Danny seed.
I know some of those.
We all live in fear of particularly gross Danny seeds.
I still shudder when I see Guru ogres.
Anytime I see spiders in a seed that our seed rolling queen Danny has rolled, I shudder because they always have something disgusting on them. Ooh, Vampire Chonky today.
Yeah. 250 and then 100 from Lit 2 to take that out. So, yeah. Chunky vampires.
Valuable to know if Fizzlebeef runs across them later in Sky Cave, because he may, or if he'll be going there because he's got Cube and Chime. If he finds a pack of those, he may not want to take them just because of how beefy they are. Not checking the treasures on this floor. Really didn't check treasures on any floor. I don't think he's comfortable with his gear, but I think he's expecting he's going to get whatever else he needs. He's hoping for tail and a good endgame sword to come from it.
Yeah, that's kind of the part where these flakes can go really fast or they can take time, is you just aren't finding the equipment you need. And
Mageius has floater. I missed that. Was that from Herb?
It had to have been.
Had to have been from Herb because he doesn't.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, it had to have been.
Had to have been. He doesn't have any other turn-ins. But that, again, that does help him. Now he's going to be an orb down, but this gets him up in the air.
So if I saw the sprite correctly behind Lich, we have a black belt sitting there.
I have my doubts that Fizzle takes that. Like, he could, but I have my doubts. Will he prove me wrong? We don't know yet. Trolling.
That looks like a no.
That looks like a no. Okay. Well, again, we haven't really seen a good grind yet, and I don't know, especially this late in the game, black belts take a little while to get off the ground.
See, what you could possibly do is you could replace, I mean, it's a gamble,
Mm-hmm.
but you could replace the fighter with the black belt, and then it gets all the levels from that fighter already. Yep. So your black belt's already kind of the way there. Not entirely, but I mean, right now you're still kind of looking, maybe he's not, but we have no ribbons, you know.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
there's a lot of things where it's just like, you know, if you find, really only takes one scary fiend right now, even Chaos himself. Only really takes one bad to be like, you know, we're sending you back, and that sometimes that's all it takes on these, is just one bad Topher dive and your opponent has a nice one.
Not sure where Mageius is flying to.
I'm not sure, but the bottle did turn, and we do have one piece of incentive equipment. It is the ribbon. That is what the bottle turned into. So we do have a ribbon.
Well, Fizz will be happy when he turns that in, when he finally gets in the air.
Which should be right after coming to Alpha. And stocking up on heal pots. That will be interesting to see if, you know, LordFizzlebeef is just like, hey, you know, I'm just gonna get more levels, and that's what I want. Cause yeah, once he goes and gets the loot, which he does have to go to Ice Cave though. We'll see when he decides to make that attempt. The best time would be after getting the airship.
And I struggle to think when he's going to do that, because he's got to be looking at it going, you know, if I could just get that loot, I'll be in go mode. But we know that the loot basically comes from Ice Cave. So there's that floater that we were right about the herb.
Which I believe
Has the
we
key.
haven't. I don't think we've checked slab turning yet, and we haven't checked waterfall. One of those have to be our crown.
Whole lot of nothing at the elf armory.
Yep.
And Mageius coming over here with the airship, canoeing his way up to the waterfall.
Yeah, one of the few incentive locations we haven't seen.
Mm-hmm.
Waterfall. I'm trying to think what else we haven't seen. We haven't seen. Okay, we haven't seen slab or actual slab turning yet.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't seen Lefane.
So Mageius is still 2 dungeons away from go mode, but he does have the key go items of key and loot. Fizzlebeef's still missing that loot, but is otherwise in go mode as far as like progression is concerned.
Well, Mageius, it looks like, according to our tracker, he still needs Q. and
Yes.
rod. So like he needs to go
Yeah.
turn some of these things in to get
Yeah.
to that.
That's what I'm saying. He's
Yeah.
he's a little further away from his go in that direction.
Looks like we're gonna get that Lefane check though. I'm pretty certain one of these has to be crown. Yeah, one of these has to be crown. Okay, so Tails here. So
Tails nice.
Mageius is gonna find the crown, which is gonna have to turn to the Oxtail. Just get a free pro ring, some more gold, and we're getting out after that. So, FizzleBeef definitely finding what you want to find between the two.
Mm-hmm.
Because now you can go promote.
Yeah.
Especially before that fighter starts getting many more levels, that way you can start building those charges, not have to level the fighter up too much, or the knight after the promotion.
Yeah.
We have making beeline right back to Bahamut.
Mm-hmm. Feels a little bad having to double dip this, but you can warp out again. It's not too much time wasted, and the promotion is really key to his whole strategy here. Mage gets down to one character again. Does get away from the sea monsters, or the river monsters, though. FizzleBeef regretting life choices, having to make the long walk to the fame. No one likes doing this walk.
What is he going to Lefane for?
Slab turning?
He already did slap turn. That's what
Did he?
that's what the tail turn was.
Superstore on?
Superstore is on.
So he might
Okay,
be.
that's
he's
what it is.
Class change for Superstore. So
Okay.
Superstore is the all the magic shops when you have Superstore turned on are in Lufane, barring the ones that are over at Gaia. So you can go there and buy level 1 through level 8 magic for white and black here at the Superstore. Very convenient.
He's almost with glare. Unfortunately, took the knight down. It's kind of where you want to actually get those levels
Mm-hmm.
at this point.
But now he's just trying to get through it so he can get his spells.
Yeah. Crown turned into Oxtail, so we have seen all the incentive locations now.
Pop a quick save just in case. And thankfully, the Finnish hospitality is on, so inn and clinic are available here when they normally wouldn't be. One of the many quality of life flags introduced by the devs. And I love that you can just walk from door to door without having to exit around. So nice.
Yeah, Ruse, heal 2. Definitely. I would be grabbing those.
Was that? The fighter didn't put up his hands for Ruse. I don't think he can learn white magic. Maybe no promo spells?
That must be then.
Yeah. Well, that sucks.
That really does, especially since right now our only actual way for evasion is Ruse, and that's just on the
Now,
Red Wizard.
We did find a Ruse stick somewhere.
True.
Mageius found it.
That was in Volcano Armory.
Okay.
So,
Well, hopefully Fizzle checks that. No guarantee he will. But there is a Ruse stick available if he gets it. And there's also a defense sword in the pool. And we don't have the item magic shuffled, so he could get the defense that way.
yeah, I feel like with what he has and with that being the curse, that Ruse stick or the defense sword is almost required. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do this with the knight, maybe we see potentially something. Maybe we find a katana and you see a thief up at the top of.
Fizzle clearly doesn't feel good about his gear situation right now. Is checking some places I don't normally see him check. Aegis -3 is okay. If it wasn't -3, it'd be a really nice shield, but at least it has some protections on it.
poison and stone. Those are big ones because those are kind of the dangerous things when we start getting into Topher. The insta kills.
Yep. And he's going to take a lot of fights here because the battles here in Sky Palace are particularly lucrative.
Especially Chimeras did not roll.
No.
I think they rolled down actually.
Well, he's just obliterating them with a flame sword. That is lovely to see. Way to do your job, Red Mage. Good job. Oh,
Red Wizard does it all. That is very nice to see over the iron.
Yeah. Aegis, Opal, that's good. Opal also bringing in some lightning protection into it, so that's a good one to have.
Not to mention it was like
+3.
20, like, well, yeah, I think it was like 20 more defense, and he gained like 20 evasion off of it as well, so
yeah. Ambushy Blue D, but he's going to take it because he wants all the levels he can get right now. Ooh,
that
big hit.
Unfortunately, that bad roll on Nuke. Blue Ds are chunky.
Chunky, yeah. Well, they generally are. There we go.
Mageius, I believe, is turning in his slab, so I was about to get his tail.
Yeah.
Yep, there it is. Let's see if...
Yeah, I agree with this. Running from that Blue D is probably the best plan you can do.
Yeah, knowing how chunky they are now, it's like, yeah, it's, you know,
Not
it's worth a lot of experience, but not when it takes that long.
Not really worth it.
Don't blame him for taking the first one and just like...
No, yeah.
Ooh, T-Rex.
Blue steak.
I don't think it was off of a hard reset or anything, but yeah, it
happened.
Definitely. Bye, Red Mage.
Well, I mean, if you can kill the blue stake, that's more experience for your other characters. So the thing about the way experience works in Final Fantasy, and this is the way the randomizer preserves it, is that it's divided among all the available targets, and generally that means anyone still alive at the end of battle. So your enemy pool will divide itself evenly among your various characters, and if one of your characters goes down, or in this case 2 of them, that's a whole lot of experience for one character.
19,000.
19 grand. Whole lot of levels.
Yeah, and that's really where you want them.
Yep.
Unfortunately, you know, the Knight's not going to have any way to actually bring anybody back if those 2 Red Mages go down, or Red Wizards. But
Catmen are a little beefy here too. Like, took a round of spells and didn't die, and then killed a Black Mage. Rude. I don't think I'd want to fight them again.
no. Kind of wondering if LordFizzlebeef might actually leave because he's gotten a bunch of levels right now.
Yeah.
If you go all the way to T-Man, T-Man does something unfortunate like wipe you. Because with bosses at 100 to 200, even Tier 1 might not be a pushover.
Now, he did warp all the way out.
He might have life.
He warped all the way out.
He might have life?
So
okay, he does have it. Oh, I just saw what our other blessing on the Red Mage was.
And that is?
Improved MP.
Ooh.
So, because I saw that Red Mage have 9 charges for everything already.
Yeah, no, he's good.
So
that's a good Red Mage.
So, okay, now I can definitely see why Mageius took 2 Red Mages now.
Explains a lot. Rethinks running from the Frosty, decides to come in here. That's smart. Oh, no at HP either. I mean, I don't think Fizzle feels like it had bothered with a grind at this point, but if you did...
That would definitely be, if you would have taken that black belt, that would have been a serviceable
Would have been. Yeah, maybe a punch or 2 in the early, and then they're just mowing it at that point.
Yeah, once like 21.
Yep.
That's 1 round. And it was like 16, I think it was like 1800, so you're looking at, that's definitely a serviceable grind.
This explains here why Fizzlebeef saw that 1 mummy pack and then left and didn't bother with them again. They have mute. and that entire party is muted.
I wonder if Mageius just doesn't have the ribbon or if mute actually went through a ribbon. Because I know he turned the bottle in.
Maybe he didn't equip it, or it did just go through. I mean, 3 and 256, it'll happen every time.
Yeah.
Fizzle's still looking for a sword. I assume that's the only thing he's really caring about at this point is a sword.
Or maybe a second ribbon,
Maybe.
because I mean you don't, or like white shirt, even.
Yeah, a white shirt would be a boon to him. Then he wouldn't need
or
full
defense. Or defense.
Yep.
He still doesn't have a way to get any evade stacks on his knight right now.
Well, there's not going to be an elemental or not elemental, a key item or key weapon here, because the elemental dungeons don't have any of them in this flag set. So all he's looking for is a loose one of whatever it is.
And again, if you weren't here at the beginning when we were talking about the seed, if you're wondering, maybe he'll find the Moss Mune. No, it doesn't exist.
Nope.
At all.
No Mazza. Going to Sky 3. Sky 3, in my opinion, provides. Generally, there's good stuff on Sky 3. Generally.
Even if you don't find any good equipment, typically most of the encounters you see here are really good for experience too, which you might need, like right here.
This
for our Hydras, and you've got ice too.
As long as they don't have a nasty spell on them, which they do sometimes get, they're generally a pretty good, fight to find. They rolled up a little.
Well, we kind of got low rolls on the ice too, though.
Yeah.
Too. I think both of those two took double digits. So yeah,
There we go.
yeah, 5,000 experience party wide for a couple rounds.
Mageius following in Fizzle's footsteps, but he's gonna get his key items to actually start grinding through this pretty quick. Ice Shield +5 is nice.
Yes.
That's a really nice toboggan right there. Ice Sword -2, not as nice.
The right sword you were looking for until you saw the -2.
Yeah. That crit is pathetic. Don't use that. Crit playing a huge role in the late game. Well,
I would almost use the wood staff over the ice sword.
Check out that crit!
I mean, even with everything else, it was like 16 hit or 16 damage, 15 crit. It's just like, yeah, I mean, the damage was the only difference. Like that. Hey, one temper takes care of that. Look, my wood staff is better than your ice sword. What are you gonna do about it?
Temper, one of the many spells that actually works properly in the randomizer and didn't in the NES game. There was a lot that was broken in the NES game. Held together with spit and bubblegum. Oh! If he hadn't gotten ambushed by it.
Yeah, this is.
He's thinking. Nope. Well, that does that then. That was.
Yeah, at this point, I'm expecting to see him run now. Hopefully before the. Okay, that's. Okay.
Oh!
That's fine. That's like as long as it's not, as long as it is not the red wizard that goes down, that's fine. And that's exactly what happened.
Perfect suck out move right there. That was. And bearing in mind the red mage generally sucks at running, so.
Your red mages do. Mine, on the other hand. Speaking of red mage,
I'm always unlucky.
my red mages love to run.
Going for the same strat here, but this time around actually should work better because Tiamat not punching quite as hard as that robot chicken. Mageius here looks like in Volcano. Gonna be coming down here to kill off Carrie. Has a fighter that could do it, although that sword. Flame sword not so great for Carrie.
No, but I mean, you've got two red wizards with how many? Hey, there's a katana -3, so.
Only we have that beef.
Well, we'll see what's behind Carrie. Because that, I mean, even at a -3, that's an endgame weapon. You just need a ninja now.
I mean, if Fizzle finds that katana,
Yeah.
and it's on the floor, he may not check. And there's a thief behind Carrie. I could see him swapping. It's risky, but I can see it.
I almost feel like you have to, because the knight doesn't have.
He's not got nothing right now.
Yeah, like you've got a flame sword. That's your weapon. And like if bosses weren't clamped, sure.
Yeah.
But with 100, 200 clamped bosses, that you're running a big risk right now.
Fizzle coming here for Waterfall, gonna get that crown. Have we seen what crown becomes?
Oxiel.
Oxiel, okay.
That is a white mage behind Carrie.
That is not what Fizzle's going to be taking.
there
Fizzle.
I doubt it.
Fizzle doesn't like white mages. he will leave that one in the circular file. He would take the black belt over that white mage. Danny in the audience nodding along.
Yeah, this is gonna be like kind of what strategies are you gonna use right now for endgame? Because
Yeah, this is not a great place to be if you're Fizzle right now. Like, still, and it still hasn't even gone to Ice Cave to get like the needed progression item. So,
oh, Carrie's got hold. Unfortunately, that hit on the fighter.
it did.
Gonna try to use some Brack strats, see if it can land.
So 3 and 256.
Yep.
Still stunned. Gonna ruse up. Gonna try and get through this with a red mage. Does have the ribbon on the red mage though, so not taking a ton of damage. But 2 hits, 2 damage. That's gonna take a little while to get through that.
Yeah, that might be sleep too as
Just
well. Okay,
sleep as
Carrie.
well. You're not recovering. Oh, it's fast. You might want to ruse a little more. I'm just saying. Not that he can hear us. There goes that fighter.
Yeah.
2 hits, 67. Hey, that was some damage.
Yeah, it was a crit there. I would start using some Timber charges on your red mage and just be like, all right.
Well, especially with how spell happy, like, Carrie's doing more damage to you than you're getting through to her. Oh, poison!
Carrie one rolled nasty.
Yeah.
Oh,
there
there's
was that.
the
That's all she wrote. Yep. Well, you know where the katana is. Not that it helps, but you know.
This is why if you're ever worried about Carrie 1, even though Carrie 1's like, it's just Carrie 1.
Yeah, it's just Carrie 1.
Carrie 1 does have a weakness.
That was it right there. It's just Carrie 1.
Yeah, Carrie 1 does have a weakness. It's status spells.
And
so
unfortunately, this feels a lot like the match that Mageius had earlier today that unfortunately didn't get on restream. Got really stopped in Earth Cave early on and wasn't able to make progress there trying to get through that crystal. And, like, you don't want to see that happen again here with Volcano, but a carry like that, that's rough.
yeah, this is why, like, even if I'm not going to need them, I'll grab them. Things like hold, mute, just literally for Carrie. Because if you find out Carrie's got a nasty spell or skill, all right, I'm going to cast mute. It's like 25% chance it's going to land on Carrie, and once it does, right, Carrie becomes melee only, which can still be scary, but
Carry.
Yeah. But
Well, and the thing is, Carrie is, like, so all the bosses have a certain weakness to them. Lich is undead, so it's not just fire that works on him, but also Quake works pretty well against him, which it does with a lot of the non-flying undead in this game. Both Tiamat and Kraken are weak to poison, so Brack is great to use against them, 25% chance. Carrie's weakness is status, which is hold and mute and those things that you were saying right there. So, like, if you see them in there early, and I think we did see a stun at one point, that's one thing you could do to take out Carrie, is just get her locked up so she can't do anything. Now, what was the crown?
Crown goes to Oxtail, so...
Okay, right, you said that.
So LordFizzlebeef has an option. He could go to Carrie, could go to Kraken. Carrie's faster, and typically less scary than what Kraken 1 can do, but...
Right now,
who knows?
Fizzle is just desperate for any sword that's halfway worthwhile. That's none of them. Okay, thanks again.
Yeah, this is... The weapons are...
Little bad. Going to Canaria.
Yeah, Canaria, you can check if you want to. You could also check the grind tile there just to see if it's something good.
Getting tempers out for Carrie. Carrie down. Good
okay,
job,
cool.
Mageius. So that's 1 on the board for Mageius, 2 on the board for Fizzlebeef.
These swords do not exist anywhere.
No, there are no swords.
Demosnian had its revenge and just destroyed all of the good swords.
Yeah, that wiped everything off the table. That's not supposed to happen, game. That's rude.
Remember with the black belt in Earth Cave before Lich captured the black belt? So I'm just break all the swords and you have to come grab them. You don't have an option.
So I'm checking, just double checking flags because I'm curious about something. Come on, game. And we've seen most of this. Mageius now has his go mode. Oh, he technically did already, but who wants to go do both Tia and Kraken? No.
He's still, according to Tracker, he still doesn't actually have a cube, so that is actually go mode.
That is go mode for him. Okay.
He can clear Earth and then go to sea instead of doing Sky.
Oh my god. See, with this party and these weapons, I would hate that. Hate.
Fizzle's about to get his crystal, which we know is going to turn into... What he needs is like, hey, that Bane sword you sold earlier, here, have it back.
That one we sold at the start of the game for 26K. So we heard you like the Bane sword. And you know what? At this point, I'm taking it if I'm Fizzle. I'm just like, that's it. That's my go mode.
Yeah, it rolled down, but the crit on it's still better than most of the swords you have. So
When you've got a ton of temper and fast, I think you just go with it. I think you have to.
Nope, not gonna grab the pro tape though.
No, he's just hoping he finds a Vorpal or something better, and then he's just out. Just thinking about warping out. Now you gotta take the long way. Okay.
Yeah, still a few more boxes because
Yeah, maybe.
it's still that thing. If you're thinking win conditions, like I got to get through these bosses. So how am I getting through bosses that I know have? I'm not killing them in one round. Not with this party. It's going to be a long drawn out battle. You've still got no way to get evade stacks.
He's gonna go turn in his crystal Tiamat. Crystal Fizzle.
I think he's going to do this to get crystal go mode because normally, I guess we didn't cover that. I believe in the original originally. Normally, you do need all 4 crystals.
I did say, but
okay, we did.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we only need 3 though. So once Fizzle gets this and goes to turn in the crystal, he will be in go mode. Well, he's technically in go mode right now. He's like, he's checked every incentive. He's like, I know where my loot is. I can get to this crystal.
Yeah. He doesn't know he's in go mode, but he's in go mode.
Yeah.
So, and he's coming in here, and this is luckily going to give him that roost stick, which is actually really of benefit for him.
I would not be surprised at that point if he's just like, all right,
I'm good.
This is what I have to do it with. Check the rest of the boxes in army
Shake
because
of the head. Seems a little annoyed by that. Maybe the I should have just come here sooner shake.
You know, looking at the stats on it, I don't remember what the Banes were, but that Falchion was actually probably serviceable. It was like 22 hit, 26, or 22 damage, 26 hit, and like 27 crit. Because it rolled up too, so.
I swear, for a second I thought you were like, you know that roost stick is +5.
I mean, I didn't actually look at the stats on the roost stick. Hey, I mean, at this point, we just got to swing whatever the game's giving us.
I've never thought to check the crit on a roost stick, let me tell you. I'm curious what the crit on the power staff in the vanilla game really was.
Yeah,
because
the staff you get, and you're just like, I'm not using this.
If you're curious, that's what the roost stick is. It is in the game. You can turn on a flag to turn the power stick, which had absolutely no use to it whatsoever in the game, into the ruse stick, giving you another source of ruse, the best defensive spell for evade in the game. We could spend hours going through all the flags, and I think Chat did at one point.
Yes.
And then the devs, and he's one of the devs immediately changed all the layout of the seed, and it was just like, well, I spent 4 hours for nothing.
Yep. That did happen.
That was actually hilarious. His descriptions are still good, you just can't find the flags where they were beforehand. So, FizzleBeef taking on Carrie. This will be his Crystal Go mode, as you pointed out. Yep. And he is in a much better place to take her on right now. Mageius wiped by something on the werewolves. I looked away for a second.
It was
Carrie.
crack.
Gross.
Which also means that got him through a ribbon, too.
It got him through a ribbon. Gotta love that game.
Yeah, he's not having any luck when it comes to the 3256 is not being kind to him.
Honestly, with the bad luck he had at Earth Cave before, maybe don't go to Earth Cave, Mageius. Like, Fizzle hasn't done the loot yet.
I think he was stopping to stock up on supplies.
I just hope he remembers he hasn't gotten it yet. I mean, he'll find it soon. He'll go bonk off the door.
Okay.
Okay, well, you know... Oh, okay. Still looking for something, maybe a grind.
Maybe we'll see.
This is going to be the Wiz Sahag pack, if I'm not mistaken. The Gershark Wiz Sahag, not the Gershark with the weird eye or whatever it's called.
Okay, maybe not looking for a grind, just hoping to find
Desperate for a sword.
Vorpal or Excal or
Please,
Sun.
game, don't make me swing the Roo Stick.
It's like I don't want
Yep,
to do it.
that was that pack. Because the eye will always show up with the Gershark, so.
I mean, okay.
It's a +3.
See, that is something to keep in mind is
It
elemental
is.
bonuses because
Yeah. I tried to get the flag float. I don't know if they actually. Oh, there we go. Okay, so let me go look at. Let me expand this out and let me go look because that is.
I want to say
That's
it's 20
valid.
or 30.
That's valid. We do have a boosted elemental bonus on the weapons. 30 right now. So against Tiamat, that weapon would be good. We do have. He got a coral sword.
Yeah, we found a core sword, so that's Kraken.
That's Kraken
We don't have
Flame.
anything. Yeah, Flame would work for Lich.
for Lich.
We don't have anything for Carry though.
No.
We would need the Rune Sword. Works against Carry. if I'm
Which,
not
oh,
mistaken.
actually, theoretically works against, I think, all the bosses except for Kraken and Chaos.
Yep.
Because Mage is, like, a class on most of them.
Yep.
Chaos, unfortunately, has no elementals that he's weak to, so any sword we have is just going to have to do damage.
Yeah,
so.
Chaos isn't going to make life easy on you.
No. Chaos is just going to be a jerk. So yeah, the only incentivized gear in the pool was the ribbon. So that was why Fizzle was checking all over for everything. I'm guessing all the weapons and armor are just, you know, in Sea Palace.
Yeah, Sea or the, Spider Room. We didn't check everything in Sky. So
Sorry
maybe
about that.
maybe just some of the chests we didn't check in Sky, but
Maybe-
we didn't check Earth 4.
Mageius is up to Lich. He's digging his way through this boss fight right here. And, I mean, something about the flags that we're running, when even Lich 1 is causing some problems, you know the bosses are mean. Traditionally, he's our speed bump, and it's like high Lich, by Lich, but that took a good minute to do.
Yeah, I mean, when, he doesn't roll down, anything like that. Mageius also saying no to Black Belt.
Well, he's got the fighter double red white,
Yeah.
so, I mean, in this particular instance, I think with that party and knowing what's on the red mages, I'd say no as well.
All right, Lich has Tornado. We are going to try to feed Lich to his cake. He's not having it, though.
No. Well, so I don't know the percentages. You're better at this game than I am. But I know that the defense for Lich is slightly better against that spell, I think, in the 2 form.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, higher MDef, so it isn't quite as good. It's still, especially when he could have anywhere between 500 to 1,000, 500 to 1,000 health. I mean, just killing him in one spell is a lot faster than,
Yeah.
because you might even have to throw Tempers, and you really don't want to throw Tempers out on Lich when you still have to get through Carry, Kraken, Tia, and Chaos.
Grey Worms have Mute, but we are already playing the run from them.
Yeah, I don't see him taking any kind of encounters.
He's got to feel pressured at this point with the amount of chests that he checked that got Bupkis. Like, he can't feel good about that.
I think the biggest one that would make you feel like that is when you found that Ruse Stick. Because at that point, you could be like...
That slow 2 was awkward. Gonna have to cast yet another fast, which, we only have so many of those. Oh!
Well, we are now 2-manning.
Yeah,
The
we're
rest
not
are
getting that red
Joker.
mage back. Carrie decided to flatten that one. And there went all of our temper casts that the red mage was sitting on as well. Which was like 18 of them.
I'd almost be considered to just
Reset.
take a reset right now
Yeah.
and come back to Carry and be like, all right, I'm just going to protect my red mage better than what I did.
Well, put the ruse on them. Oh! Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, at
There
that
it
point,
was.
it's just like,
Yeah. Non-elemental nuclear skill came out, and yeah.
nuclear did nuclear things.
Yep. It did. It rolled just high enough on that black mage to kill the black mage.
So, because now, like, he's going to be taking the time. It's like, how can I try to potentially kill
Yeah.
Carry before
Levels.
that nuclear? Yeah, I mean, that's...
That's what it is. Levels. Yeah, of course, I think his red mage isn't even above 400 yet.
No.
that was a wake-up call for him on that fact.
Which, I mean, he would survive with nuclear, because nuclear at most can do 320. It's not
Yeah.
nuke, but yeah, there's 3 nukes in the pool, so...
Yep. Oh, this is a lovely fight to find. And the thing is, there's traditionally no exit out of Topher in the game, but you can still exit or warp out, and they don't tell you that. You just travel 2,000 years into the past to actually fight in that dungeon, and then you just, I guess, travel 2,000 years back?
Time travel's weird.
Magic is weird in this game.
I mean, that too, but yes. But yeah, he's definitely just like, all right,
Oh yeah,
it's
that's
time to grind.
time to grind.
Yep.
And honestly, this is probably the best grind that he's got access to. Please stop critting me. That would be my good suggestion.
And
So-
then please, you know, nukes, yeah, roll those 300s, not the 220s. Or the 103s.
Yeah. Come on, game.
So Mageius is actually going to go for Kraken for crystal number 3.
Interesting.
Still is missing the cube, so it makes sense.
Yeah. No, that does make
But-
sense.
You know,
what he
maybe
had.
Mageius sees something, you know, like say, I mean, we already know there's another red mage. Actually, that'd be kind of interesting to see if Mageius would just be like, hey, triple
All
red mage,
red.
why not?
I mean, something to be said for it with the amount that they have, and they'd start with all their charges because it'll basically overwrite the white mage with a red mage at the same level. So
Yeah, I mean, and then with Lefane Superstore, you'd be able to just go pick up all your spells quickly that you need. And
So if you're in FizzleBeef's position, what level do you stop at? 32?
It's weird because, like, typically you're doing it for like breakpoints on your weapons or spell charges. So you didn't really get very deep. So it's just like you don't really want to base where you're stopping off of, hey, Carry destroyed me. Because, you know, yeah, Carry destroyed you, but maybe Kraken and Tia are pushover. Maybe. Doubt
Gasties
it.
have no health.
Yeah.
I just like less than 290. So
Yeah, looks like we're...
I think he's probably good. 29's a good level to be at, honestly. Plus, he's got to feel the pressure, like, you know, Mageius really is breathing down his neck right now. He doesn't know it, but he's got to feel it.
I mean, especially, like, I don't know if he's running a timer. With these, you see you see the hour mark tick, and you're just like,
Ugh.
okay.
And flags that we know can be completed in, like, 45 minutes.
Yeah. And with the equipment you've got, you probably take that into effect, like, okay. But you also might be thinking, what if my opponent took 2 red mages because of the blessings? I mean, 36 temper charges. That's enough temper charges for
Yeah.
Topher. You just have to be able to survive. That's the big thing.
Mageius struggling a little to get away from the lobsters. They are not playing fair.
Yeah, I know Mageius got the white mage. The white mage has no levels on it.
Wisely uses the Bane Sword.
Yeah,
which,
got 3.
yeah. And gets away. There we go.
Surprised. Either he doesn't have life or he's just not bringing those characters.
I mean, you want to bring them back for Kraken because you're not in the best position here.
I would just bring them back just to have 2 more people to run.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's that too. Especially with how bad the run rate is for a red mage. It's a black mage here behind. I guess no life because he's not immediately bringing them back.
I guess he might have actually, maybe he's deciding, because I actually looked at the levels, maybe he's actually just, and I haven't noticed it just because going back and forth, maybe he's keeping them dead on purpose and just doing 2-man, because the one red mage is only 10, white mage is 1. Then we got like 15 on the other red wizard, which is now also a corpse.
That was fast.
Yeah. Kraken doing, Kraken 1 still does Kraken things. when
Still does
Kraken
Kraken
swings.
things.
Thankfully using that ruse stick to prevent the Kraken things. Has slow
That-
though, that is a scary thing to see.
That would make me, like, whittle just a little. Like, oh, okay.
Looks like Kraken roll.
Oh,
well,
that's that then.
Bye.
Say goodbye to that fighter.
So yeah, when you are paralyzed or stunned, your evade doesn't matter anymore.
Yep, nope, it's completely obliterated.
And that is the very last thing you want to see against something like Kraken.
So about that cube.
Yeah, I think it's about time to find the cube.
I would seriously be sitting there going, I don't want to fight this Kraken.
Slow. Hold. Yeah, no. No thank
That's
you.
disgusting.
But all right, we are back on carry 2 on LordFizzlebeef. We are tempering.
Yeah.
Have done significant amount of damage already. I've seen, I think, a couple swings in the 200 already.
Okay, Nuke is on the same level as Temper, so you do have to preserve some of your charges. Some.
The Black Wizard, you can do that, but the Red Wizard also has the level 8 charge.
Yeah, exactly.
So
yeah.
you can be a little bit more, liberal with your use of Nuke on the Red Wizard at the very least. But on the Black Mage, definitely. But at the same time, you don't want to hold too much because if the Black Mage just goes down, it doesn't matter how many charges they have.
Yep.
They're dead. If you're wondering, hey, he's got life, why not bring him back in battle? That is a flag we have. It's not turned on.
Nope. That's one of those training wheel flags that we haven't actually, allowed into regular play for the most part. It's a good flag. I like it, but it does change the balance of the game. Especially when, the bosses are still geared towards their... Bye, Red Mage. Or Black Mage. Especially when the bosses are still geared towards their more traditional health from the NES game, as opposed to having everything, beefed up. Oh,
these waters
are disgusting. Please let me run away. Thank you.
Yeah, after, completely destroyed my party.
Yes, please, make me use up all my resources. Thank you, game. But yeah, no, in the later editions from, the Wonder Swan and the PS1 and the Game Boy Advance onwards, they started upping the health of the bosses, because when they fixed everything, suddenly the bosses weren't quite as difficult. So Chaos went from, 2,000 health to 20,000 health, for example.
Yeah, that happened.
Yep, that was the thing.
I remember playing the Pixel Remaster, alright, Chaos, 2,000 health.
Yeah.
Hit him for 2,000, oh.
Right? Chaos is scary now.
Alright, so our first...
Speaking of scary.
Yeah, first look at Kraken 2. We'll see.
What is he still swinging the... Oh.
Quad X.
Please, Quad X me when it doesn't matter. Still swinging the Flame Sword.
Yeah. It was 5 for 285. 6... Okay,
that's nice.
Oh,
okay. Thank you, Kraken.
As you see that, be like, alright, at least that wasn't my Red Mage.
Right? Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Gets him down. I would say, if the Knight would have went down, I don't know if Fizzle... I'm pretty sure Fizzle bought Quad X. I think that would be the point where it's you throw out a cheeky Quad X and...
See if it happens.
Cross your fingers and be like, please be dead.
So just going all-out damage.
Yeah, you're very happy to see Lit 2 on turn 1 off from TMN. 2 for 111. I would not be surprised if we see some block. Yep. Didn't have fast yet, but still 2 hits. 7 hits is... Ow.
Well...
I think it is time to start protecting your Red Mage. Maybe not. Alright, that's not so bad.
The best way to protect your Red Mage is have it punch the fighter instead.
Yes.
Yeah.
That works too. We're going to nuke. Oh, 8 for 809. That'll do it. So
that's good.
Alright, so just Chaos now.
Is he committed to this Flame Sword then, is the question.
I would say so, because if you're going based off crit, you've already changed off of that weapon. Okay, it's we got to get past the rock goals. Alright, now
there we go. There we go.
Okay.
No Chaos Floor encounters. We don't have that turned on in this flag set. Talk, and Chaos makes a big speech.
I like this, because your Black Wizard is meant to do one thing,
Fast.
2 things. Fast, and if you're still surviving, throw the rest of your temper charges out until you become...
Until you die.
Yeah, until you become... until you start tanking the floor at that point.
Yeah.
Gets wall out, ruse, fast.
Good job. Good job, Black Mage. Good job.
Swirl's not really what you want to see early on. Yeah, it's probably heals. Yep, gonna get some more evasion stacks with the Knight.
Gets temper out, nice. Goodbye, you did your job.
No more. So yeah, fast and temper. That 2 turns off Black Wizard. You're happy with that.
Yep.
All right, Knight is evade capped, but
Nuclear's
max roll
not fun.
nuclear.
Not fun at all.
All right, so we are.
Oh!
That's not what you want.
Oh,
to
that's
see. And
oh.
crit through the evade.
Oh.
You just hope that chaos keeps swinging now. That. Ow.
Double nuclear. Okay, and worth noting, very skill happy, no less.
With Nast, because that was swirl,
Yeah.
nuclear.
Yeah.
All non-elemental.
Yeah.
All hit very hard.
Yeah.
That's kind of when you decide, it's like, all right, do I just need to get some more levels for safety now, or did I just get bad luck on that one? Because seems like he's like, I think I just got bad luck, and I'm going to try it again. Yeah, unfortunately, your only party heal you have is heal 2.
Mm-hmm.
And you're way too late in the game to decide to jump back to a dungeon and pick up one of those Warriors of Light you left behind.
Now, Mageius does have the advantage of a white mage. I just don't know what magic he has on them.
Probably nothing, and even if he did, well,
They're
one,
gone now,
it's
yeah.
dead,
They're
but a level with 48 health, that's like level
Yeah.
2.
Yep. No.
So...
unless they started with Cure 4 in their pile.
Yeah. But even then, it's just like, considering, Fizzle's leveled.
Yeah.
Mageius is not that leveled.
No.
So if Fizzle's having this much difficulty, I mean, this is how Final Fantasy 1 Rando can go, is that, one person sees everything nasty and the other person sees nothing.
Yeah.
That could very well happen, and Mageius gets by on the first turn, or first run, but we'll see. But going off what we've seen on LordFizzlebeef's side,
this is not.
That's probably not
good.
going to happen.
Yeah.
Question from chat: which weapon does Mageius have on the fighter? I'm not actually sure.
I saw him move the Bane swords over at one point, but I don't know if he actually equipped them.
Yeah,
and that might have been pre-wipe at one point.
Yeah, I know it looked like a white sword he's swinging, which in case it's some more of a basic, it might be a saber.
Saber
I know I saw him buy sabers, and sabers actually rolled up to like 3 or 4, I think. So those are actually
they're
decent.
okay.
Yeah, saber. So that Red Wizard has a saber 3. Also had a saber 3.
These wolves and giants are really trying to take down this party. Well, he managed to get rid of this really scary part there. Oh, didn't save that red mage. He must not have life, and if he doesn't have life on those red mages, then he is not getting through this version of the dungeon.
Yeah, unless he gets really, because one swing from Carry or Kraken.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's goodbye to that Red Wizard.
Yeah.
I mean, even the Knight. I don't know if the Knight's at full health right now, but I mean, Kraken took a swing at LordFizzlebeef's Knight with 600 health and left him on death's door.
Yeah.
So
it was close.
Yeah.
Would not be surprised if Fizzle decided to actually ruse the fighter this time in that fight. Keep him up front and ruse them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We will see.
Nice fast menuing here.
Yep.
And we're in. Yep. Oh, no, we're not in. Oh, my God.
Got away from him that time, so thankfully.
Didn't even bother trying to buff. He is just doing the thing that he did the last time. All out damage.
I think he's just
better turn order.
Better turn order. Hope he gets through it. 8 for 4-8. That's a good first turn.
Yep.
Yeah, a couple tempers. Try to get that up a little bit more.
Yep.
You're looking at Kraken's got anywhere from 900 to 1800.
Glorious turn order there.
Yeah, you see Quad X. You're happy with that.
Yep.
There's that big swing again.
Oh, God, that is gross every time.
Okay,
but,
yeah, done.
Yeah.
I think the health he ended up at was like almost 1800. That would have been, if he wasn't survived, that would have been like fight Quad X. It's like, if I get turn 1, you're dead. But off to tier 2.
Which we know wasn't as bad.
Well, maybe.
Well, she was punching for only 200 as opposed to 500.
Well, that's typical.
Yeah.
can't really compare like Kraken 2 to literally about that 200.
About that, yeah. They survived. They did survive.
For how long?
Heal popped.
Okay, yeah. See that on the knight, fine. You just go ahead and swing on the knight. Red Wizard, no, leave Red Wizard alone. What did Red Wizard do to you? Yep, heal pot. Yep.
Come on.
That would be why you heal pot.
Yeah, that'd be why you heal pot.
That would. So yeah, Tia 2. I don't know about the rest of the sets, but as far as HP, roll down. Significant. Or not down, but
close to
vanilla.
Yeah.
So I would not be surprised to see if LordFizzlebeef takes another wipe on Chaos to grab a couple more levels for safety.
Mageius with his 2-man party did get through carry.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I don't like is he's rocking that White Mage still up front. White Mage at that low of a level, especially without any luck, is just a prime target to get ambushed.
Wow.
Like,
nice. Oh, okay.
Well,
still, I mean,
still.
That's
Yeah. That's some good bait right there.
Yeah.
Okay, we got our buffs going. Fast and Temper comes out. Good swing. 5 hits, 232. Swirl comes out. Does low damage on the fighter this time. Temper, swing. Temper, nuclear.
Yep, there
goes that.
I was going to say, wouldn't be surprised to see him actually throw a heal 2 out knowing that nuclear's coming. Just to try to keep the Red Wizard up a little bit longer.
Temper, swing.
But, yeah.
4 hits, 213.
He had some kind of status effect on his attack.
Yeah.
Too. I think it was silence.
Please
I think it was
ink
mute.
me. Can you just throw low-level spells, Chaos, please?
6 for 4.
That's not a low-level spell. That's
well,
not
that wasn't a spell at all. So
I know.
That was a skill.
Oh. So now what? I don't. Yeah,
I feel like you almost have to take more levels to get.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not worried about HP on the Red Wizard, more on your Knight, just because if you're accepting that, hey, I'm basically just gonna go full defensive on the Knight for the first 2 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
My Black Wizard, my Red Wizard are going to die. They are going to be sacrificed. They're going to get as much buffs out in the turns that they're allotted to them.
Mm-hmm.
And you just get that extra health to maybe get them one more, because I feel like he just needs one more round of offense, because he was hitting there for like 6 for 444. So, I mean, assuming that there's nothing else bad from Chaos, because, yeah, we haven't really seen spells from Chaos, and at this point I wouldn't be surprised to see him like holding a nuke in the chamber for there too. So,
Well, the problem is the fact that he hasn't gotten past that second nuclear yet.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not, it's like, that's the question. It's just like, what else is Chaos holding right now?
Oh, he does have life. Mageius has his characters back up.
Okay.
Interesting.
And you can see bringing him up before like Kraken and Tia to, you know, hopefully take the punch and not the people you really care about.
Well, that Gershark decided to do Gershark things and kill 2 of the characters. Oh, Mageius is grinding.
I like the 2-man grind just because, I mean, it's really all you actually need to survive the fight.
Yeah.
Red Wizard can bring everybody else back up, and your damage is your Knight. So the other ones are just kind of sacrificial lambs to keep the important people alive.
I mean, I feel like Fizzle is playing the roulette right now. Just hoping he can get a Chaos that doesn't do anything. But so far, we haven't seen anything from Chaos that actually warrants that.
Yeah, and this is that idea. It's just like, all right, you've wiped twice on Chaos. The 3rd time, that's usually when most runners are just like, all right, why am I wiping? Am I ill prepared for this? You know, you want to say, no, I'm level 30. I'm not ill prepared for this, but sometimes that's what Final Fantasy Rando does. It's like, no, yeah, you think level 30 is enough? No, it's not.
Slow 2 came out and hit the Black Mage, which you want to see, because that's going to keep their melee that they're not using. Fine, whatever.
Because again, we can kind of go back to it. We don't have a great solo grind spot, your knight is already at 30. We know that there's a really good grind in Topher for a party. How long does it take to get to the bottom of Earth Cave to grab the black belt if you get to 32?
Yeah.
Because that black belt with a fast and a temper is going to shred even at 100, 200, is going to start shredding these bosses. So it becomes a speed and power versus having to worry about defensive at that point.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Mageius is just slowly grinding away here.
He's probably going back to maybe get spell
Revive.
charges, revive party. Yeah, definitely heal the knight because we know what Kraken can do.
Every time. Every time. Say goodbye to that black mage.
I don't think that black mage is a corpse. I think it's what's past corpse.
It's a smear.
Yes, 10 for over 1,000.
Oh, God.
And then Kraken just points at the knight. He's like, "You're next."
What did we say? Don't toying with your food. That's just cruel, Kraken. Oh, 7.
Said that.
Oh, this is yeah.
Yeah.
Fizzle, you need to grind.
Yeah, I get you through. You know, you've gotten through Kraken a few times already. It's like, okay, I've done this. I just need to get better RNG, but that's where the issue is. It's just like, yeah, it's the better RNG. So, question from Saracen. Unfortunately, we don't even know what the malices of the black belt are. Because you can't actually start with a black belt
Yeah.
in this seat.
Well,
you can get it
you
forced.
could have started with
You can get it forced,
but
but you can't pick
Yeah.
it. So you're forced with a melee and you're forced with a mage in slots 1 and 4. And in slot 2, you can pick between anything other than a black belt. So there's no way to actually check the bonuses and malices of the black belt prior to just hope, if you find it, pick it up. I want to say Cure 4 and Cure 3 were white locked. I believe they were higher level, like 7 and 8 white magic spells. We didn't see any, like Cure 2 was, I think, level 2, but yeah, that's not really going to help against what we're seeing.
Yeah.
That's putting a bandage on a gaping wound.
It does feel that way. Yeah, I don't know. After a wipe to carry, 2 wipes to chaos, and a wipe to Kraken, I feel like this might not. This isn't the strategy I'd be taking here. I don't know that beating myself against this wall really feels like the best way to handle this.
I could see, the first wipe, it's like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
if he doesn't, I know what's coming.
Yep.
If it rolls a little bit lower, maybe I'm fine.
Yeah.
But then the second wipe happens, that's when it's just like, yeah, I need to grab some more levels. I need, whether it's just some more health on the knight and the red wizard, just to hopefully survive a little, like I said, I really think you just need one more round of offensive buffs from your red wizard and black wizard, and you're fine. I don't know if, and here's the other thing too, I don't know if both of Mageius's red wizards have life, but he has the bonus where, like, if he loses one red wizard and he has both of them up, and assuming they both have life and charges of it, he can recover his party.
Yeah.
Fizzlebeef loses his red wizard to anything, he has no way to get the red wizard back up then. And I feel like if you get to, maybe you get through Tia because Tia rolled lower, but I don't feel like you're going to 2-man Chaos with what Chaos is bringing right now. Even at the levels you are right now with what we're seeing, I don't know.
Look, another nuclear. Well, that's the third one in the pool. Oh yeah, we saw that from her earlier, but that is the third one in the pool. There are 4. It's gross.
So Demon Frog, I know about that tool. Unfortunately, we don't have access to pretty much any of the niceties when it comes to stuff
No.
like that.
No,
so,
no.
Yeah, we actually have no idea what any of the classes have.
Doing this live.
Yeah, for class for curses or blessings. We only know about the red mage because we kind of saw it as it went through, and it was like, oh, we figured these out. But we don't know anything else.
We know that the greatest malice that the fighter has is that none of the swords he wants are anywhere to be found.
Yes.
Not for a lack of trying on Fizzle's part. He checked a lot of places.
Curse of the Mausoleum.
Yep. Well, Mageius wiped to carry there.
Yeah. It was a quick wipe too. So.
Yep.
Alright. Kraken 2 again. Pretty much same strat.
Fast. Lightning 2.
That's a good first round. That's kind of what you hope to see right now.
And a whack. So his, yep.
We know Kraken rolled up significantly. Quad X, that you
Also good.
take Quad X. Swinging better. 7 for 371.
600-ish damage.
Yeah, no, another
Second
lightning
lit,
too.
okay. Almost 900.
Okay, so Kraken's sitting around like 1400.
1400-ish, yeah.
With what we've seen between 13 and 1400 health.
And that was probably the kindest script we've seen from Kraken so far.
Yeah. No punches.
All spells, nothing else.
Bad. I mean, well, good spells for you. Bad
Yeah.
spells for Kraken.
Yeah. Lightning 2. Still not bad to see.
Kind of wish you didn't see it. You had wished Chaos had some of those.
Some of those lightning 2s. There's a ton on the pool. Yep. Okay, you can survive another whack like that. You're fine.
Yeah, another round.
Yeah, and he brings up the heal too just to be on the safe side, which I think is totally appropriate here.
Yeah, considering we've seen Tiamat swing on that Red Wizard
Yep.
and almost killed it.
Yep.
Yeah. So, all right.
It's level 31 for Fizzle. I don't know what the breakpoints are for crits on the and hits on the fighter is with the flame sword.
For a flame sword, yeah.
For a flame sword plus whatever.
I'd love to say 32 is a nice one, but I have no idea.
32 is just a good number. It's a good number for everything.
Yeah. We'll say I was like, we'll say 32 and hope, but no.
Puts the ruse back on. He's going back with ruse strats. Hoping to... Well, that's rude.
I mean, that's actually
Probably the kindest
almost your
hit.
kindest, your best thing to happen right now. Yeah, just heal. Right now, you kind of have to play damage control.
Yeah. Well, there go those tempers.
That's not really what you wanted to see.
That was not at all what you want to see.
What are we swinging for? So, yeah, you need some.
Good. Evade. Keep punching, please, Chaos. Just keep punching.
No.
Swirl was no.
So
No.
it rolled low though. So that was good. I mean, we definitely need more tempers, but
I might go back to the heals.
yeah, no. I mean, yeah. Now I'm definitely going back. Now I am definitely going back to the heals at this point.
Yeah.
And hoping I get turnover because I know what's next.
That.
Yeah.
That. Yeah. Come on, crit loop. Come on, crit loop.
All right, that's good damage.
Ink
Okay,
I'll take.
okay.
Ink is fine. Come on. Oh, not that crit loop. Oh! Oh!
Right now you're kind of. Oh.
No! Oh! That was a pause there to think, what have I done with my life?
I feel like you like at this point you've got to be. I
Gotta
need
grind.
to take levels.
You got it. Yep,
Yep.
he's in it. He's decided. Thing is, Mageius is still struggling with this carry, because this carry isn't fun either.
No. I mean, carry's not fun, but I mean, if carry's considered not fun, then what do we call Kraken and Chaos at that point? Because
100%. That was the closest Fizzle has gotten yet with that.
yeah, I want to say he was approaching if he didn't break just over like the 2,000 damage threshold, where Chaos was in. All right, I can. You might be dead now. Any swing, you might be dead now. And Chaos was like, yes, you're right, but any swing, you might also be.
He
dead.
might also be dead.
So,
I'll show you what it's like to get through your protection. So we know Gasties are on this next floor, and they're fun. Everyone likes a good Gasty.
Yep.
Carrie wiping Mageius again.
I think Mageius just gonna go. Nope, he's gonna. Looks like he's gonna take some more grind.
This is actually, well, it's good for Mageius, also good for Fizzlebeef, because right now they're both in grind mode. So they're, like, neither of them are edging ahead of the other, like, effectively in progression. Honestly, I like this fight here, even though it's hitting hard, because it's a ton of experience that Fizzle is getting from this.
Yeah, I mean, if there was an easy grind somewhere else to do, sure, but
Yeah.
there isn't. This is your best grind.
is it.
Like, you know, you've got nukes. Just take it out. Because yeah, when you can get almost 10,000 minimum per for an entire party, yeah, you'll level quick.
He's leveling every fight on his characters, so
Yeah.
that's not bad. Please, more of this.
Yeah, I mean, if the badmen are actually swinging at the knight,
Yeah.
one thing that would be interesting to see, other than the fact it would take a little bit longer to kill these fights, just by a little bit, would almost be going down to like a two-man grind. Just
Yeah.
grinding up just your Red Wizard and your Knight.
Red Wizard has warp.
Yeah, Red Wizard has warp.
Then yeah, the levels on the Black Mage aren't really going to help too much at this point.
They're nice, but yeah, your concerns is making sure your Red Wizard survives every fight. And then, your Knight obviously is your damage dealer. So it's like you get the extra health, magic, MDef, everything like that, which that's really what you need right now. You just need you're not worried about, if you hit another breakpoint on the Knight with the Flame Sword, by all means, sure, you're not going to say no to that. But yeah, the Black Wizard's job is literally here.
Thanks, Noob.
Cast fast, and then cast Temper until you die.
Yeah.
Or until the boss dies.
Or until the boss dies.
Or until it's like, all right, I don't need any more Tempers. I'm just gonna have you throw like typically he's using Ice 3 because he doesn't want to use those nuke charges because it's also his Temper charges.
34 not high enough. We're going to 39.
Maybe nice even round 35.
35 could do.
He might also not even be basing on level, but just basing on like HP of his character too.
Or, I mean, this could be an earn and burn, too. Just take care of all the charges and just let it happen.
Yep. I think that's what he did the first time. Like, I got, you have 0, you have 1. All right, it's time to leave.
Yep. And yeah, that was right when the Black Mage ran out. Lovely menuing. Can't say enough about that.
Yeah.
But you got the strength first.
Yes. Let's take this group of bones at level
So that was
35.
what, like 6 more levels? 7 more levels?
Yeah, we were in like the 29, 30. Now we're like 34, 35 now.
Yeah.
So
5 at least.
yeah, we'll see.
And this looks like he's going in.
Yeah, I mean, Red Wizard has about 40 more, or like 30, 40-ish more health. I think the Knight's sitting on like an extra 60 to 70. That's
enough.
The big one.
That could be enough. Please stop ambushing me. Ain't no one got time for this. And in Mageius' case, with the swords that he's swinging, I don't even know what you go to.
I mean, look like right now he's actually swinging Flame Sword. The scary part now is,
Mageius.
yeah, you kind of didn't heal, and
You
I
didn't
feel
heal.
like whatever you just.
Oh!
Yeah,
I would dump a heal pot. No,
or 2 or
because
3.
you could be wiped by a zombie right now.
Yeah, that was.
Ballsy.
Yeah, that was scary.
That was very scary.
I'm sure, like everybody has a different word for what just happened there. So.
Back to Fizzle here with
Lich 2.
Lich 2. I want to call him Tia. I'm like, no, that's not quite the boss we're fighting here.
Not yet.
Not yet.
And if Lich was Tia as well, it's like, yeah, I don't think we'd call him a speed. Well, he's
Well, that's
deciding
something.
not to be a speed bump.
That's something.
He's being a little bit more. It's like,
Fizzle's like, I just grinded. Seriously, game?
Lich 2 is full on cake. He doesn't want it anymore.
Very full on cake. He's just not feeling the chocolate right now. Hey, level 34. Just in case you want a level 34.
Yeah.
Good to see the Black Mage get an extra level. Actually, honestly, 330, he can survive a nuclear.
Yeah, max roll nuclear, he can survive now.
He might be in a position to actually be useful past the first turn.
Yeah, that's why I said it feels like that Red Wizard and that Black Wizard just need,
A little.
yeah, like one more temper. Or, you know, the Red Wizard to survive to where it gets a heal 2 out, not for the Red Wizard survivability, but just to get more health onto that knight. And Carrie just hits with slow 2, but we're just gonna fast again.
Well, we got like 3 more spell charges for fast at this point, so it's not even that big a deal in comparison.
It's more just annoying. We don't want to have to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, nuke, Ice
Lightning.
3, yeah.
Yeah, we're fine.
Yeah. Fizzle's got the idea. It's like, alright, I know what to do with the 4 Fiends. Now it's, Chaos needs to, you know, he needs to get terminated now.
Carrie just doesn't want to die.
Yeah, we're I think we're all, like almost reaching the point where we've been in Topher almost as long as we've been doing the rest of the seeds.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. We've seen games like that before, though.
I did see the Knight got another level that gave it like 30 to 40 health.
Nice.
Because now it's above 700 health. Like significantly above 700 health as well.
Yeah.
So that's extremely helpful.
Huge. That's yet another nuclear cast against him, basically, where he's at right now. No, I think his strategy the last time was good, having the fighter up with ruses and just, like, buffing him up while, like, fighter just tried to do his thing. That worked great.
Yeah.
Just need to actually get it to happen.
Yeah, see, you know, the Knight's not on death's door after taking many punches from Kraken.
I mean, a second punch like that, it's not going to matter, but...
Yeah, Kraken's like, you ground, it's like, alright, we're not playing it easy. No more lit 2, quad X, lit 2.
Right,
it's like,
yeah.
I'm gonna punch you instead.
Come on, Lightning 2. Come on, Lightning 2. Come on, Lightning 2. Ah, yeah!
Yeah.
So there's a quad X to follow, which if the ribbon is on him...
It is
No, that was bad.
We've got nukes and Ice 3 coming out. There's
Not
about
enough damage.
300, yeah, I would do nuke. Yeah, nuke.
These spells. You need some spells.
That's no. Okay,
That's fine.
That's
fine. That was bad. That was not what we wanted.
Yeah, I'd almost say if Kraken survives this turn, I would cheeky quad X.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
I would definitely cheeky quad X now.
Yeah. Unless Fizzle's doing the math. Oh! Okay, well, there you go. It was the quad X was the right call, but you worked just as well with nuke. Heal 2s. Your Eternal Flame.
The only problem now,
All out of magic.
you have none for Chaos.
Yeah.
And I feel like you need like
All of it.
well, not all of them, because you realistically want the Red Wizard casting Tempers and nothing else.
Yeah.
But when Swirl comes out,
Yep.
Nuclear comes out, and especially if they're high rolling on the Knight,
Yeah.
you're using Heal 2 to get some HP back. Might just use potions instead, assuming we don't run out of those as well.
Well, there goes that fast.
By the Wizard.
Good thing we have tempers.
Tempers, they don't work as well as fast, but
Yep. It'll do.
eventually they would.
Keep doing spells, please, Tiamat. Just keep up with that. I think they only have, they're pretty close to dead now because they did roll down.
Yeah. Well, yeah, close to vanilla. Yeah, there we go.
Down enough.
I was gonna be like, I'm pretty sure Tia 2's in quad X range right now.
Yeah.
All right, so Chaos attempt number 4.
4.
Mageius still on carry 2.
Yeah, hasn't gotten... Okay, has
Okay,
gotten past...
no.
I think maybe this is the second time they've gotten past, because I think they got annihilated by Kraken once. And that was when they decided they needed to grind some more.
Yeah, which isn't surprising. Kraken 2 is known for that, is putting the Black Wizard back up front.
He thought about it, though. And he's going with pure power. Okay. 5 hits 50. By the Black
no,
Mage.
I don't think we got the fast off yet.
No, I don't think so either.
That's not good.
No. 5 hits for 99. I mean, that's fine, but not really.
I'll take that right now.
Yeah.
Low roll on swirl
Take
for
that.
both characters
Yeah.
as well. That's
Take
good.
that.
4 for 180. You need to be doing more damage than that right now, though. That's where it's fast.
1
Bad.
damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, because 1 nuclear. Oh.
Well, that's better, but. Yeah. Yeah, to me, that's not even. I need to grind again. That was just. He did get bad.
Bad luck.
Because I feel like he gets that fast off. Chaos might go down on that fight.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's all you needed. I do like the strat he did before he did the grind. Keep the knight up front, full defensive, at least, or maybe not full, like 1 or 2 turns of 1 or 2 turns of ruse, just so if you get smacked by chaos, it's not a bad one.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, just kind of temper, fast temper. If you see a high roll swirl on your knight or nuclear come out, you throw a heal 2, or even maybe have both your characters throw heal pots if you're doing enough damage on swings.
Well, we were hoping for a nice showcase of the game here in SpeedGaming Live, and what we have instead is certainly a show.
I mean, the first part of it was great. And
It was great.
Actually, no, this is a good showcase of Final Fantasy Randomizer. It can
the
show you
worst parts of it.
It can show you that this is what Topher can do. Topher can giveth, and Topher can taketh away.
Every once in a while, usually it's nice. Every once in a while, it gives you something that makes Zelda 2 look at it and go, I'm not sure about that. Ugh.
All right. Which? Okay.
Comes
just open
right
up.
out with
Just
Tornado.
gonna. It's like nope. I know.
Nope,
I know what's
nope,
happening here.
I know what this is. Oh, there we go.
First turn cake.
Not
Maybe-
before the
should-
swirl came or tornado came out, but
cha-
still.
Change the recipe. Went to a vanilla cake instead.
So nice butter cake would be delicious.
Maybe that was what it was.
Well, hopefully we get that health roll on the fighters' levels again, because we're back below 700, but
Yep.
a level is due. I feel like both runners deserve like pizza and nachos after this. This is
Yeah.
like we've seen some pretty awful seeds in the community. There's the ever famous Germadusas of Death that kept
I don't
some
want to talk about
You got to experience a version of that.
Yeah, I got to
yeah.
experience that one too.
That one was a wretched train wreck. But okay.
Yeah.
Carrie just comes out blasting. Well, Mageius is in the lead right now. I guess we'll go focus on Mageius. So, past Lich, doing our heals.
So his red wizard, unless just got kind of bad level ups potentially, his knight's level or his equipment, or not equipment, his HP is where LordFizzlebeef is right now. So, depending on the rest of it.
Getting over here to the fire elementals. Getting over here past the Agamas. Agama fact. Agamas are on this floor.
Yeah.
Yet another one of the memes from our community. The Agama facts. And now here we are with Carrie for 2 characters. Gonna ruse. Gonna lock. Slow 2 comes out. I don't think it hit.
I don't think it did either.
I thought I saw ineffective, but I could have been wrong.
Another lock.
Another lock 2. Another ruse.
Because
Stun.
Mageius is playing a lot safer.
Yes. Mageius has yet to see the delight that is chaos, however.
Hey, Carrie's got one of the nuclears at least.
God. At least we know Chaos doesn't have all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the bright point. There's 4 nuclears, aren't there?
There are 4.
So okay, well, Chaos
Warmack
might
could
have
have
to.
1.
True.
I doubt the other fiends have them, but Warmack could have 1. We didn't really see enough of Warmack to know what Warmack had.
Yeah, Robot Chicken just went punch.
Yeah, hard. Mageius getting his character back up above 112. Back up 100 is what I meant, but still. Gonna keep tempering. Gets through carry. Now we're heading on towards Kraken. So you'll see even Mageius here is doing this. I know Fizzle was doing it earlier. I didn't think to point it out. For the most part, when you walk along the bottoms of rooms, and there are some rooms, a few small rooms in the game that don't follow this, but when you walk along the bottoms of rooms that have a door in them, you won't get encountered because of the way that the floors and walls are coated. So Mageius was doing that. FizzleBeef has been doing that. Trying to avoid those. There's other spots you can do to try and minimize the number of encounters. So yes, just something to point out. Mageius still going 2-man. Gets the ruse up, gets a temper. Gets ruse. In the barrel.
Oh, he does not have life on that character.
Oh,
that is why he's not picking
okay.
them up.
Well,
I was like, because I would pick them up just as meat, meat shields, just to take one of those.
despite 2 ruses, that is still hit for 200 damage. Going for the 3rd ruse. Can't say I blame you. Gonna start locking. Say goodbye to the red mage, which sucks. That's a thing that happened.
Yeah, I don't feel you're gonna get through.
I don't think you're knowing
I
chaos.
mean, maybe you're gonna get through Kraken. You might make it through Tia. Evade up, just start swinging and hoping.
But I think the story of the seed isn't so much the nasty chaos, although it is a nasty chaos. But it's the fact that there's no swords to help mitigate that nasty chaos.
That's another reason. Yeah.
Yes.
Because this would be where having that ninja with that katana, even though it rolled down.
Yeah.
Yeah. That.
Yeah.
We might, especially because the ninja also has the higher evade.
The ninja, you mean, sir, not appearing in this party?
Yeah. It's not even in the game either.
Not in the game, no.
Because the 4 we saw all 4 of the actual characters behind fiends.
Yep.
Mageius resets again.
Yep.
And Kraken is down on LordFizzlebeef. He has his entire party up still, which is great.
So if I had a thought as FizzleBeef about the only thing I would think to do is maybe go to C, not for grind, go check what's at Mermaid side. Because you got to think, with no key items in C, they just can't be there. No one's going to check. Your opponent's probably not going to check Mermaid side. If a good sword exists, the only place I could think it would be is in Mermaid side.
Yeah. It wouldn't be a terrible thing to check.
Yeah. At this point, this deep into it.
Yeah, I feel like if you keep having problems, it's either you...
That's what you want.
Yeah, I mean... Is that think it's like, should I go look somewhere potentially for a sword? Because, I mean, if you got a timer running, you see 146, you're just like, all right. On the bright side, my opponent's having just as much problems as I am.
Yeah.
Because you do not feel good about being in Topher for, going on an hour.
No.
You were waiting for the dot done from your opponent literally every second. You're like, well, we don't have race rooms, so... Not glancing at the race room, you're just kind of, maybe glancing above the monitor, like, hand, no hand, cool.
That was thankfully not too high of a roll on the swirl there. Nuclear actually keeps the Black Mage alive.
I would be healing.
I would be healing.
Time. Not, chances are, the Black Wizard's probably dead. But.
You hope the temper comes out. And he has a bunch of heals, so good.
Yep, got the turn order. Not the greatest heal, unfortunately.
No.
Did get the temper.
Ink is good.
That's good. That's what you want to see.
Could get another temper. More temper is all we want. Please, 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 please. Yes.
Okay, that's...
Yes. Oh, that's glorious.
That's what you want to see.
Now
the red. At this point, I don't even know if I'd be casting. Okay.
Well,
I was like, I might only just be having.
That's a problem that took care of itself.
Yeah, it did.
Oh.
Not evade stack though.
No, he doesn't have any evade on.
This might do it. Nope.
Oh my god, 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 oh my god.
No.
No! Oh, I thought I saw it. No!
So we were either at or above 3,000 HP. So Chaos, he's a chunky boy. We have a very chunky Chaos.
I don't see how you get through this without a better sword. Or just level 50. Yep. There we go.
I honestly would go spend the time and go through Earth Cave and grab that black belt.
At this point? Well, maybe that's what he's going to do. Go and take this to whatever the next level is, and then just go swap out for the black belt, like once you get to 42.
I mean, maybe, but I feel like if you're going to grind all the way to 42, you just take another stab with your party. Or, you do the same thing. Use all your nuke charges, take another dive. That last one was close. Like, extremely close.
I mean, he could. I hadn't even thought about going back for the black belt, honestly. So.
Yeah, like, initially when we were there, it's like 15, 16.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not when the black belt can do anything. But now, in mid-30s and everything like that, that's literally grab black belt, go immediately start punching everything. Especially when you have a fast and temper. That's all you need. Most bosses will probably last one, maybe 2 rounds at most. Because you're looking at, depending on, that's the thing, we don't know what the blurses are. It could be -1 hit % per level, in which case, yeah, then that black belt becomes, alright, never mind, this was a terrible idea, I wasted a bunch of time. Could also be, plus 20% hit, and you're just like, hey, I'm 37, oh, hey, I already have my 10 hits. I think LordFizzlebeef put all the puzzle pieces together. He's like, I'm going to get some more levels. I'm going to make another dive. Maybe he goes a little bit more defensive on the night.
Yeah.
Maybe not full stacks of evade, but like 1 or 2 turns of evade. Because with everything that Chaos has, because if he got to swirl again already, that means nuclears are coming up right afterwards again.
It's swirl ink nuclear, or swirl nuclear ink nuclear.
Yeah.
That's because the nuclear. I think the flag is on that nuclears can't be back to back. So, and he is like at least 50% casting skills.
Yeah. So it's one of those things. You don't have Cure 3. You don't have Cure 4.
Yeah.
You don't have Heal 3. So it's just like your time to fight Chaos is very limited. It's limited based off of your level. So you can't. I don't really think you can spend all 3 turns rusing. You need to be swinging.
Yeah.
But it takes time for the night to kind of get online. So those first couple turns where you're getting the fast and tempers, yeah, you might hit for 100, 50 to 100, couple hundred. But if Chaos hits you for a couple hundred, that's not you don't want to see that. Okay, so we're at 39. We're still going. I think he's
looking for the good fights.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't want the mage fighter isn't good enough for him.
Yeah, lower levels, sure, but now in the high 30s, 40s at this point, yeah.
He's generally been skipping it on these later grinds. This is our double, and then I think we get Badman after this. No, Gasties. Okay.
Better.
Even better, because these are actually weaker and aren't doing as much.
And there's not as many of them, so the fights are probably going to go quicker too. 40, 41, 40.
Warping out.
Yeah, those levels did a lot.
Tremendous.
Yeah, I mean, Knight is sitting at 800 health. Red Wizard's over 500. I think the Black Mage is also approaching 400, if not above 400 now too. So
White Mage is dead on Mageius' side, but I mean, they have 40 health.
Yeah. Can we really consider the White Mage to be alive at this point?
No. I mean, if they could get to Chaos, to take the first punch from Chaos, they would have done more to benefit the party than anything they've done so far.
Yes.
Yeah. Literally all they need to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here we go with Lich from Mageius again. But the freight train that is Fizzlebeef's 40 party is quickly coming along. Getting ambushes on enemies now, which is just fantastic. You want to see that. That's just helping so much there. Lich quickly goes down for Mageius, which at the level he's at, which is mid-30s, I think. Yeah, he's
At least on the night.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Red Wizard, yeah, probably low, mid 30s. And then the other one's probably sitting at, 17. So, yeah, he was in the mid-30s. So. I think he was where LordFizzlebeef before he just did his third grind. I think that was third. Yeah, third
Lich
grind.
really wants that red mage to die. Lich really not good at killing a red mage.
Lich understands who the problem is. It's not the knight. Right now, it's like you're not worried about the damage dealer. You're worried about the person who can bring everybody back when you get deeper.
I don't remember which of the two red mages has life, but one of them is now down.
I don't think either one of them actually do.
I could swear he did because he did revive. Oh,
He was back in Canary.
slow 2 hit.
Yep. And no fast.
No fast. So that fighter is all but useless right now. Yeah, 1 hit for 51.
That's not going to do it.
If he sticks with this fight, Fizzle's going to surpass quickly.
Yeah, Carrie's not going to survive long for Fizzle.
No. Well, we already know he can take her out in like 3 rounds. Bad turn order, but... Bad.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, there's no recovering from that. Not
No.
for this party.
Like, if it was Tia that happened to, yeah, you go ahead and try Chaos with the 2-man and hope. But, yeah, on
Yep.
Carrie, no. You're
Yep.
nope, done.
Carrie annihilates Mageius' fighter, and that's that for that party. But honestly, that fighter was basically dead the second slow landed on it.
Yeah. Like, you might get lucky and get a crit here and there. Maybe it's the Flame Sword. Which,
Sake of
yeah, about that.
Mageius resets with Cremate Chimeras. Interesting. I mean, it was going to kill his white mage, but I don't necessarily think I care about that.
Guess Mageius is...
Checking the
Yeah, he's
treasury.
checking the treasury, hoping, like,
hoping
you know,
for a sword.
maybe there's a better sword in here. It's like, sadly, no.
I'm like, either Fizzlebeef in one of the few chests he didn't check, that Mageius also didn't check, because between the two of them, they checked most of them. Missed one in one of those areas, or they're in mermaids. Like, I don't think we checked the hairpins in Volcano,
No.
in the armory floor. But pretty much everything, and we didn't check the red D chest, but pretty much everything else in Volcano was checked, and I think Mageius checked most of it Earth.
I'm not sure about Earth. I know LordFizzlebeef checked. You know, the community.
He didn't check anything in Earth.
Yeah, the community lovingly refers to the first 2 chests in Topher as the validation chest. I know LordFizzlebeef checked those. I don't know if he's checked the chest on Carry Floor though, which almost might be worth just hey, maybe
Please, please a
there's
Vorpal,
sword here.
please. I'll take a Vorpal right now.
I mean, even a Sun Sword
Sun
is better.
Sword would be lovely, as long as it rolls up.
It doesn't have to roll up. The Flame Sword is base.
Well, as long as it doesn't roll down, I think
Well,
is
yeah,
my point.
yeah.
I consider neutral at this point rolling up with how bad this seed is.
Yeah, that is fair. That is fair.
10 hits for 500, that's nice. Stun misses. Going to nukes. And a nice 3.
Yeah, makes sense for the Red Wizard to just throw nukes up.
He's got temper
you've got
all day.
18 charges for
Yeah.
temper. Whereas, yeah, Black Wizard, no. Temper charges are very valuable right now.
Temper all day. Mageius coming back. I don't know where Mageius went to check for treasure, but wasn't anywhere too far away.
Oh, I know 3 chests that never got checked.
Astos?
No, I think Astos checks.
Oh, okay. The 3?
Swan.
The locked one?
Marsh Cave. Yeah, yeah.
Well, we didn't check Marsh top either, in fairness. Yeah.
So, but yeah, the lock chests in Marsh, where
You know-
like, nobody checks those.
He spent like an hour 15 in here. He could have full cleared the seed. What was he thinking? Danny over there shaking her head at me.
Why grind your party? Just go find the sword. It's gotta be
Right?
somewhere.
There's
Maybe.
a key to this seed that's called a sword, okay?
Maybe. We're not sure about that.
Just shove it into the lock and you just hit it until it fits, okay?
So, LordFizzlebeef on Kraken.
Good. Kraken, true to form, punches the fighter. That's actually the person we want him to punch, if he's going to punch.
Yep.
Hey, look, those levels did something.
Hey, I got smacked. I can still survive
can
Quad X
still
even without resistance. Haha.
Good times. I think we've gotten another level since we got in here, too. That's
Yeah.
nice. 835. I mean, even your Black Mage is almost to the point of surviving a straight high-roll nuke.
Yeah, 384. Thankfully, I mean,
Bad turn order.
thankfully I don't think Chaos has any spells, because we have yet to see him cast a single spell.
Yeah, not one.
Which is really good, because there are some... Bye, Black Wizard. Although if one of the wizards is going to die, you were the acceptable one.
Yeah, you were the acceptable loss.
Yeah, Fire 3, you don't care
Don't
about.
care.
Yeah, there we go. Down. So, life to Black Wizard, and we...
42 on Fade. That was not the one we wanted 42 on. But that's
No.
fine. Get everyone back up. Cool.
So I don't know
Okay.
if you saw Lord Fizzlebeef's gold, but he's above 900,000 gold, so...
He had a lot of really big grinds, okay?
Yeah, It's the Warrior of Light retirement fund, because, yeah, I think after this done, your adventuring days are over.
Yeah. Squishy Meat goes up front. Squishy Meat dies. That's sad, because we
Yeah.
needed that fast.
He's getting bad
Bad,
luck with
bad
the
luck.
turn order on that.
He needs that ruse out right now. Oh. He really needs to ruse. I think he's just hoping that he can blast through.
Yeah, I think he's just going... yeah, almost... Yeah, I like this.
Yeah. Try and keep yourself alive. Bad heal on that red mage.
Low
Good
roll
rolls on the
nuke,
nuclear.
though. Yeah, you need more damage. There, yeah.
Ink's fine. Another round of temper and then go back to healing. We never found the saber bonk either.
Nope.
That would have helped a lot. Please stop that.
Yeah, like getting damage, but it's just, that last
Drips
time
and
we were seeing
drabs,
like
yeah.
800, 500, 800. There's nuclear again, low rolls.
Still
thankfully.
alive. Impressively. Well, not for much longer.
Nope. 4 for 330. 4 for, there's swirl.
Yeah, this is... Nuclear's next. Or that.
That works too. Well, for chaos, it works.
So I'm with you on that black belt idea.
Yeah, I mean, even if at this point, like, even if the mouse is the -1 hit per level, it's
think
like
you
you still
can
have,
take it.
you still have 8. You almost have, you need like one more level now to get the 8 hits,
Yeah.
and then your power, your damage is, more than a moss immune that doesn't exist in the seed.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know the exact math I'd need for that, but if I saw the -1 hit percent, I'd be like, I'll just go to 44 or 45. It'll be fine. I can get some levels right here.
Yeah.
Only the fighter alive here for against Carrie. I mean, Fizzle is 5 levels higher, and he's struggling here, so...
Again, part of it is just, I get why you want the Black Wizard to be up front, because, like, realistically, you only need him to get fast off. And temper or two. That's really all you need him for. The issue is, and this kind of goes back to a lot earlier in the siege. LordFizzlebeef sold his opal bracelet. This would be a really nice time to have that opal bracelet.
Lovely time for that.
That might be the survival to where, because that's the thing. You put the Black Wizard there to take a hit. The issue is he can't survive.
Yeah.
The hit.
I mean, you could go look around to see where the gold bracelets are. I don't think you found any yet.
I don't think we did either.
No. I mean, in fairness, generally you put a gold bracelet on the Black Mage, and you put the Black Mage up front against Kraken too. Black Mage still die.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, realistically, he's getting really bad turn order. So I don't blame him for being like, all right, I need to grind again, because he is just getting terrible turn order on the Chaos fight. Because, like, really, it's like if the Black Wizard gets fast off, it's like, all right, this is so much better. Like, I don't even really think he needs to get tempers off, gets fast, and a lock. Because that's the thing. Chaos is also evasive. We're seeing, normally he's getting 5 hits with the Flame Sword, and we're seeing 1, 2, typically not even 3. That's a lot of your damage is missing because you're not even hitting him.
Like, Ruse fast lock from your 3 party members first round.
Yep.
And then roll the dice after that.
I think you just kind of adapt based on what happens. Like, did nuclear happen? Yeah. How high did it roll for on my Red Wizard?
Yep.
Because right now it's not even so much just your Knight now. Because of the levels you got, it's like, all right, I want my Red Wizard to survive as long as possible.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the Knight's got health for days, but it's not enough days because the Chaos says no. I have Chaos, like, I have more health. I have all these nasty non-elemental spells that say, haha, I don't care about your ribbon. So.
And there's no way to heal through it.
Yeah, it's like all your things to heal through are locked behind high-level white magic, and you have no white mage.
And he never will.
Yeah, he doesn't even... I don't think he even knows about the white mage, because I think that was behind Kraken.
I thought Kraken was Black Mage.
Oh yeah, no, Kraken was the Black mage.
Yeah, so he knows there's a white mage out there. He's
but
just
you're
never
not gonna. You've done this much. If you were gonna go get a 4th party member, you would have done it before your first grind.
Yep.
And you would have went probably for whatever was behind carry, because that would be the fastest one to actually get to.
So we have dueling Krakens right now. Mageius pulling 2 hits for 18, 3 hits for 165, 1 hit for 144 from Kraken in response. Wiped from a fire too. That was rude. That was just a really rude Kraken right there. Like, I could kill you for 500 damage. I'll kill you for 60.
Here's chip damage. That's enough.
Oh.
And speaking of...
oh, yep, that's a reset.
I'm trying to think. Behind Carry was a red mage.
Yeah.
I'd almost say it would be worth it to go replace the black mage with the red mage. You have more health, you have more temper charges, you have another healer.
Was fast black mage locked?
I don't know if it was or not. That might be why he has it.
Might be.
But you can counter that with more temper casts.
Yeah.
Not to mention you would have 2 heal 2 casters then too. You could not
potentially.
You're not going to completely out heal Swirl and Nuclear, but you'll be able to outlast a lot longer if you've got 2 people casting heal 2. It's not ideal, but
well, if you're gonna like do that and be willing to just replace characters, I mean, maybe the best at that point is replace your black with a red, and then replace your fighter with a black belt, and just punch and heal as much as you can.
I think it's one or the other, because if you have, like, black belt at 32, if you have fast and temper, is typically enough. I mean, in this case, maybe not, but
gotta love
typically
the first turn Quake.
Yeah. But I feel like you do one or the other. You kind of go all in on the more survivability, then go grab the red mage you have, and then you just stop by Lefane in the superstore. Be like, I need this. I only need like these 5 spells on my red wizard. That's it, and I'm done.
But I think part of the problem here too is the fact that, you know, to even get to Chaos, you have to be lucky on that Kraken, who can just punch any of your mages down instantly if he wants.
And that would be the other point. To replace the black wizard with the red wizard, you have 2 life casters. He's got to punch both of them down.
Yeah.
At that point, so you're not playing the, you know, the roulette. It's like, all right, which one of your characters? I mean, and Carrie can pretty much do the same thing too. You know, which one of your characters am I going to kill today? And because yeah, that's I mean, realistically, it's this way with both because Mageius doesn't have life.
Yeah.
It's if Kraken picks red wizard, you're done. You're resetting.
So Fizzle is just ahead of Mageius right now. Who knows if this will be the one or not? We've stopped being able to guess that.
It will be the one when we see terminated this point,
Right.
So
I thought we had earlier. I feel so bad for celebrating. We go with Kraken once again. Let's hope we're lucky. Well, no.
define lucky.
Kraken was lucky. Kraken came out swinging.
Also, did you notice something?
What?
Kraken also has mute touch.
Yeah. Saw that. So even if the Black Mage had somehow survived, it wouldn't have mattered. Cheeky Brack. Kind of feel that.
Hey, I mean, 256 is still 3.
Yeah, that's gone. That's a reset. That's.
I mean, you're gonna try at least right here. If you can make it through.
I don't think he's done enough damage to Kraken to get through this.
Probably not. We'll see though. Kraken might start.
Oh, that's that right there.
I was like, maybe Kraken starts casting. Never mind.
So about that black belt.
I feel like that is the answer now.
I do. I really do. Well, here at 40-41 now with your fighter, like the hit crits on the black belt, unless they rolled like minus hit percent, you're right, are going to get through this at this point.
I mean, even if it did roll like minus 1% hit per level, you need to grab like 2 levels, which is easy to do right now still. I mean, you don't think it's like, hey, it's difficult. It's like when you grind a black belt, it still takes like a couple minutes. It's like, yeah, until you just go grind in Topher and grind your entire party up. But yeah, I feel like that's kind of the answer right now. It's just like, this party isn't cutting it the way I need it to.
Yep.
I have access, like, Fizzle doesn't know about the other black mage, and I don't think you take another black mage anyways, even if you know about it. It's like he knows I've got a white mage waiting, I have a black belt waiting, I have another red wizard waiting. The white wizard, I don't see you grabbing. You want 2 offensive casters that can buff you right now. You need them. Well, I mean, realistically, no, because you could go grab, like, Cure 4 and Heal 3, and that's probably enough to get you through as well. Assuming none of these, Kraken, they don't just one-shot the white mage.
Yeah, Fizzle's not going to go look for another character anyway. It's either he'd go with the black belt, or he'd just continue doing what he's doing, which feels right now more stubbornness than anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, he feels like he can do it, that he knows the jigsaw puzzle. The jigsaw puzzle just hasn't quite lined up for him.
I mean, he definitely can. Like, I feel like the last 2 attempts, he's gotten terrible RNG, no fast.
Yeah, the ones that have worked, he's gotten close.
Yeah. And all of those times were before his previous grind on top of that. So, and now it's like, he's not even making it to Chaos after the last grind just because Kraken is saying no.
Which, speaking of, Kraken. This is the closest Mageius has so far gotten to getting through this Kraken.
Yeah.
Using, I think, is that the coral?
No, that's Dragon.
Dragon, okay.
That's green, so...
It's doing decent damage.
Which, I guess, I didn't see what happened on Fizzle. I know he was on Carry. I'm pretty sure what happened was Carry destroyed the red wizard.
Yeah. So Mageius is finally up to Tia.
I think that's kind of the idea. It's just like LordFizzlebeef is going like speed and power.
Yeah.
Because he's not doing defensive at all.
No.
But the weapon you're using for speed and power is a flame sword, which needs typically a couple rounds to get going. That's the couple rounds where speed and power becomes, you might want to be a little bit more defensive. But the issue is, you don't really have anything defensive.
Well, yeah, and this particular setup, like Chaos, because he leans so heavily on his skills, you can't really get the defense up. But if you don't get the defense up, and then Chaos decides he wants to start punching.
Yep, which has been the problem.
Yeah, he's getting hit from both directions. Getting good damage on that. Oh, the Dragon Sword
Yeah, he's using the Dragon Sword, so yeah, this is where kind of like if you've got the Coral and the Dragon Sword, none of your swords are really great. But the moment you'd be like, hey, the damage on this sword just increased by 30. Okay, that's 2 temper casts free. That's where speed and power becomes more of a thing. It's like, all right, I got 2 free temper casts, and I only need like 1 round to get this sword online.
Okay.
In comparison. But yeah, all right, Mageius through Tia, where he's about to see his, well, after the worms.
First time he's actually gotten to see Chaos.
Whoa.
And we'll see how this goes.
He's got to get past these.
He does, but first time he's even gotten to past the Tia fight. I would have healed.
Yeah, I was like, I would have healed just to be safe. Like,
Please heal. Please heal. Thank you.
I thought he was about to talk.
I did too.
Well.
I mean, I've stupidly done that in some fights before where, like, when a save on game over is turned on, I didn't realize that Chaos will stay at the very back. So I went to talk to him to get him to move his position, and then started a fight where I wasn't healed, and I'm like, well, that's a wipe.
So about all that experience I got in this time, let's do it again.
That was dumb of me. Thanks. Okay, Ruse, Lock, Swirl. Ruse. Temper. No fast.
Yeah, no fast.
But the locks will help some. Chaos misses. Good. Ruse. Temper. Good turn order. Nuclear. Doesn't take anyone out.
High rolls, though, so... He doesn't know what he doesn't... I mean, Ink's coming. We know Nuclear's coming. That red... Got a decent heal on the Red Wizard, but more than likely that Red Wizard's dead.
5 hits, 223 is not the kind of damage he needs.
Nope.
3 hits, 21 is really not the kind of damage he needs.
You need some more tempers, and that Nuclear... Thankfully, Punch is probably going to see, heal 2 again.
Another Punch.
Issue is now that's your healing outside of heal pots.
Yep.
So we're gonna probably see tempers again.
Yep.
But Nuclear is kind of
5 hits, 313 is nice.
And
but there goes your red, so no more temper. So now it's hold A and pray.
3 for 50. Yeah, you just kind of hope that 2 for 150. That's better. There's swirl. So now you know it's like, all right, I know what's coming, and I don't think that there's Nuclear, so we're going to see Ink next, and I don't think he's anywhere near where he needs to be for damage. I don't think we've hit 2,000 yet. Maybe we're approaching it now, but now Nuclear's locked in for the next one, and there it is. Yep, so. Yeah, I feel like that's where if you had that other Red Wizard up and able to help, that you might get through there. Because you got another healer, somebody else casting Temper, something. Kraken, swing on the night, 399. We got 9 for 651 though. There's our Terminator on Kraken. So Lord Fizzle finally threw Kraken again. Kraken decided to be nice.
I mean, honestly, I couldn't blame any of the players right now if they just took a moment where, like, stretch, set the controller down, take a beat before they started up anything, because this is a grueling marathon right here. Which, speaking of the SpeedGaming Live Marathon, starts tomorrow.
Yeah.
Unrelated, but does feel appropriate.
Yeah. Tia 2 down, Red Wizard, survived, barely, but, survived. That's the important part. So, I think this is the first time since the last time LordFizzlebeef did a grind. Well, no, okay, he has made it to Chaos. He's made it to Chaos. We'll see if he decides to change anything up, keep the Black Wizard in the back, hopefully to survive, maybe do some more defensive. We'll see what he decides to do.
There you go. Thank you, Black Mage, for doing your job and running.
The Rock Bulls say, hey, what about us?
Thank
Red
you,
Wizard
Black-
this time.
There you go. Thank you, mages, for doing your job and running.
All right, time to heal up. Gonna put
Oh, that's
I actually like that
I
because
like
the Red
that.
Wizard can probably survive one
a hit. A hit.
And right now you're more worried about
Yeah.
So
That's the truth. That was a terrible hit, though.
yeah, temper. I would actually be locking one lock and then just start throwing tempers. So I mean, 7 for 207. Yeah, there goes the. I mean, he's just swinging now. That's
Oh, that's bad.
He's literally just. He hasn't even used his spell. There's 10 for 685. I mean, this is actually like he's got all of his health still. I mean, he's starting to go through his. Okay, there's the punch. We're getting good damage though.
That's not so.
That lower roll. No.
Black belt. I don't think you can do anything.
I like the idea, but
I don't think you can do anything
if you're gonna
else.
put
No.
somebody up as a sacrificial lamb, you have to protect your knight
Yeah.
before worrying about
Yeah.
it. Because I feel like if you ruse there, with the amount, especially with the amount, I mean, granted, you don't know if he's going to be swinging or if he's just going to be casting spells, but you kind of have to hedge your bet one way or the other. Because if he does nothing but skills, yeah, you wasted turns doing defensive. If he sits there and decides to, punch more than 50% of the time, which we really haven't seen, that was 2-3 rounds where he took no damage. And he got to deal, even if it was 100 damage, still 100 damage at that point. But yeah, I feel like, So no question in chat, how much HP does this Chaos have? We definitely know that he has over 3,000.
Close to 4.
Yeah,
from looks of it.
he's close to the max roll.
Close to max.
Yeah, just gonna, don't blame him. Dude's like, alright, I'm just gonna do another grind at this point.
Yeah. But, I mean, you're at 42. I know dipping back into Earth Cave sucks to get that black belt, but he's right there.
I guess to me the idea is, well, how long are you gonna be taking on this grind? The grind's probably gonna take you 3-4 minutes or so. That's probably about the time it takes you to dive to the bottom of Earth Cave. You're not checking anything, you're running from literally every fight. And at 40, most things are going to run from you anyway.
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh, yeah, they're bailing. They're bailing. So here we are with Kraken again. Of course, 2 of the characters are down.
2.5 now.
A lit 2 could kill him at this point.
I mean, no, in Kraken, that's... no,
Well,
never
or
mind.
that. Okay, there. Yep, that's that. $45.
I almost feel like, if you got the nuke charge, you just take it to 50.
Oh, yeah.
All right,
No, 50's the way.
That's it.
And if 50 doesn't work at that point, you have to just exit and go to the black belt. Because there's no other strategy to do anymore.
Especially since, things are starting to run from you in here, too. It's either that or...
There goes Nope up front. Hey, look, the pirate!
But yeah, it's either that or, like I said, you run into Volcano, you grab the Red Wizard for more survivability in your party, more healing. I guess that's dependent. Like I said, unfortunately we don't know what the flourishes are, and if the Red Wizard's just locked out of fast, in which case, okay, makes perfect sense as to why you still have the Black Wizard. Because Temper, the bonus Temper by itself on the Red Wizard, not huge, but yeah, Red Wizard that gets improved MP is about the only thing that makes it more scary than it's like, hey, we also gave you Sage class. It's like, oh, okay,
Maybe he just needs houses.
maybe. But yeah, he has no houses right now, so he can't recover his MP.
Well, no longer has perfect 9999 across the board for his magic or his money. He had to spend 5.
You know, people in chat are talking, it's like, you know, nobody's forfeit yet, and it's just like,
Well, there's only 2 of them in the race.
yeah, I mean, there's only 2 of them. There's only 2 of them in the race, and it's the idea that, you know, there's no real, I mean, other than tilt,
Yeah.
there's no real reason to forfeit until your opponent's finished.
Yep.
Um,
And one of them will sooner or later. There's no mercy rule, so. Although I'm sure our stream assistant, Crimson, over here would like to go to bed at some point. We swear, this is probably the worst this flag set could ever be for this dungeon.
yeah.
You gonna say?
I was saying, most people, when they decide, like, hey, I'm going to watch Final Fantasy Randomizer, not be like, hey, look at these flags. It's like, they couldn't possibly take, like, 2.5 hours. Be like, flags were, like, about that.
Yeah, yeah. Like, the announcers here at the start were sitting there going, hey, you know, 45-minute flags, it's fine.
So when they say something, I'm blaming it on you.
Everyone always blames me anyway, it's fine. We've done 3 45-minute flags so far in this flag set. Working on our 4th.
So if you commentate any of my runs, no saying 45-minute flags. Nope.
I think at this point they're just not going to let me back on the mic for the rest of this.
That might be a thing as well.
Bear in mind, I didn't roll this and Danny didn't roll this, okay? The SpeedGaming people rolled this. So clearly they are worse than anyone in the community. Vindictive.
Well, see, Danny just puts her stuff on, like, basic monsters that you can eventually get past.
Yeah.
SpeedGaming decided to put it in, you know, Topher.
I'm going to freshen my throat at this point.
I do not blame you.
That was not a brand endorsement, I was just thirsty. I feel like there's not much new to say at this point until we see something happen somewhere. I hear the Melman Daughters are really good this year.
Are they now?
I thought about going with the Melman Vampires, but that felt a little too on the nose, you know?
Yeah.
Provoke a Pirates. Oh, that's some nice alliteration, though.
I will say I just peeked. We do still have like 3,000 people watching this, though. So we do appreciate everybody hanging around and watching this because, yeah, typically this is not how things go.
They do say people like to watch a car crash, and I kind of feel like we have that right here.
Maybe like a multi-car pilot.
Right,
actually,
yeah, no.
The amount of times we just like ran right into chaos.
Yeah, I mean, in fairness, they're going to walk away from this eventually. But wow, this is gross.
I think they're gonna have scars to show for it though. Maybe not physical ones.
You know, the funny thing is, Fizzlebeef and I were talking this earlier today about like, hey, these would make great spring tournament flags, and I think we've just revealed the flaw in that plan.
They're great flags until something like this happens.
Until something like this happens. Yeah, I think it's the clamps. I think it's if like we had it down to like maybe even 75% instead of 100 as the floor.
Or like
probably
100, 150.
Yeah, something like that.
Or incentive equipment.
Yeah, well.
Because I mean that's one of the big that's something to factor into this too. If they had like Vorpal, Masa, a better weapon, this probably wouldn't even be like it is right now. The fact is, right now we're swinging a neutral flame sword.
Yeah. Which I would, if I was to put any sword into it, I would probably put the Vorpal, because the Vorpal doesn't, like, overbalance towards one of the 2 melee classes we'd keep in. So, it's the neutral item. Of course, then watch the seed roll at, like, Vorpal -3, and you're sitting there going, great, I have a nerf bat.
Hey, a Vorpal is still a Vorpal. It might not be the greatest Vorpal. It still can do Vorpal things.
Hit me with a Nerf bat. What is this, therapy? I mean, like...
Also, I'm going to say this. When's the last time you saw somebody swing for over 1,000 damage with a flame sword?
Right? That Tiamat didn't know it. Like, what are you coming at me with here? Come on, guy. 900 health on the fighter.
Yeah, I
Please.
think we're mid-40s.
Please throw a ruse on him. Just please. Give him one. Even just one ruse.
Yeah, heal that 1 HP.
What?
'cause
That 1 HP could be important. I've survived by one before. Yeah.
what 1 HP in a dream?
No ruse. Swirl
Starts with-
immediately.
that's actually probably the
Actually
best
fine.
thing you can have right now.
Bad turn order there, though.
That flame sword is 6 hits.
That's ridiculous, okay?
All right.
10 hits for 203. Against the Chaos, remember, that was evasive. Okay, good. Good.
Yeah,
Good. Temper coming out before the Red Mage gets obliterated by something.
I would say if I see another...
Oh!
There we go.
Oh!
And
that's-
speaking of 1 HP...
That 1 HP! Look at that!
so there's 12 for 910, so we're sitting at like 2,500 damage. So yeah, there's the nuclear, a high roll. Unfortunately,
You guys didn't get to see it, but the entire crowd was taken aback by that. That was amazing.
Right? There's ink, so we got nuclear next.
Good,
but
another temper.
I think this is the round. Maybe.
I'm not saying
One-
anything. I'm not.
There we go. Finally, we get the terminated on chaos at 2 hours. I'm just gonna call it 2.5 hours. We're rounding it up. Mageius is also the chaos.
Yeah, let's watch Mageius finish this up. I think he deserves the victory lap here, one way or another.
But yeah, everybody in chat, you definitely get
Those
the
GGs.
GGs in chat, please.
That,
They are much deserved.
that was both a sprint and a marathon, and he had to charge through both halves of that. Gross. So for those of you interested in Final Fantasy Randomizer,
We promise it's not always like this.
it's always as bad, but it's not always as bad. So as that swirl, temper comes out. Yeah, like knowing what this chaos has, there just isn't enough health here. Like I appreciate the rusing, but there just isn't enough health here.
No.
Not in this pool.
Unless he gets like a crit loop.
Crit loop. And
He starts doing nothing but swinging, but
I've been praying for a crit loop for either of them for like most of this like 2-hour marathon.
yeah, but like 3 for 102. Yeah, that's not
Like,
gonna do it. Yeah,
2 for
18.
179. I would just tape my button down and just let that happen. You know,
Yep.
walk away, hit the bathroom.
He's getting damaged, but you're at 18 health. As soon as anything except ink comes out, you're dead.
As long as Chaos wants to keep missing. No, that's it right there.
That's
Yeah,
not a miss.
that's it right there. I'm gonna let them know.
Yeah.
Or Fizzle, if you would like to let Mageius know that you've won. So you can give him some mercy after that.
Yeah, assuming they're up to it, because
I was
I would
gonna
not
say,
actually be surprised. You know what? I don't want
if
to talk
you
about.
guys even
I don't
want
want to
an
talk about this.
interview,
Seed.
yeah. Oh. Yeah. Take the
that's-
forfeit.
There's no shame in
No
that
shame.
one. Mm-mm. Nope.
So would you like to
Yeah.
move over here?
Jeez again.
GG. So, that was a nice short seed.
Give that to the rest of the community before they see this VOD.
It's live.
My head's going to be stuck like this the rest of the night.
So I think Link-a-Lot is going to have like the first and most important question, honestly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
So did either one of you think about going back into Earth Cave and grabbing the black belt?
I thought I was going to lose to that, but I didn't know where any tiles were. The few tiles I checked were just like, meh. And to be perfectly honest, I always thought I was like on the cusp of getting there until I discovered that Chaos had yet more health than I previously had known about.
To be fair, it was like the type of seed where it leads you on to the point of just like, yeah, you can make it, you can make it, you can make it, until it literally turns around and just smacks you in the face.
Yeah, it was like I get there at 25, I get hit by carry 2, and it's like, all right, 25 is not going to work. We're going to do 30. 30, I get to Chaos, and I see that it's all of my worst nightmares come true, and it's all right, 35 seems nice this time of night. I get the most godlike RNG possible at 35, and it still doesn't work. And it's like, 40 it is.
What weapon did you end up using?
Flame sword. This is the best I found.
I found a dragon sword.
yeah, it was.
Topher, the top right chest.
I saw it. I thought it was comparable. I just left it there.
I just ended up using it just because carry kept more damage on carry. And a slightly better crit rate, I think. So it was just like power through.
I also found the new and secret Topher gets meaner at 40 flag.
I didn't even realize that was in the game.
Yeah, me either. Imagine my surprise.
The better question is, what party did you end up using?
Fighter red black. I just stuck with it. I never saw anything I wanted, except for I thought about the black belt, but I thought no, we'll open a sword, and then we'll be fine. I've got 2 temper casters, one with like 20 tempers somehow, and
It was glorious.
Yeah, and I've got a fast caster. Like healing's a bit sketch, but as long as there isn't like a double nuclear swirl 3-hit chaos, like we're good to go.
I basically went with the fighter red mage, and picked up the white mage. It was like, I'm sure I could at least get it high enough to shove it in the back row to give me 1 life cast in Topher. And we've all had that seed where it's just like we'll keep this one alive just for that insurance policy of our support character that it's going straight to the front of the party.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what would you change about these flags?
All of them.
I'd say nothing. Just give it to everybody else. Make them have to deal with this one too.
This was the perfect storm of awful right at the end.
Yeah.
Because if any of those like skills ended up on one of the other bosses, or if Chaos hadn't rolled so close to 4,000, this boss wouldn't have been as bad as it was.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
if Chaos's melee wasn't 3 hits, if it was like 1 or 2 hits,
Yeah.
I probably would have been fine on one of those attempts.
Yeah.
I managed to avoid most of the hits. I found a roof stick.
I tried that at first, and then I just got dumpstered by the swirl and the nuclears, and I was just like, oh, okay, so like no defenses are gonna matter.
Yeah,
You just,
nothing.
Just gotta go
Nothing.
for it.
Yeah.
What I found was, and this was, God, what was the first time I made it to Chaos level? You guys remember? It was
No.
probably like 33, 34. I found 2 shots of ruse, and then basically you were good to miss almost every
Yeah,
attack.
he would evade, but then he would just be like, oh, I can't hit you. I'll just dump every skill I
Yeah.
have over and over.
Here's swirl,
I-
nuclear. Oh, okay, I'll give you a little bit of a break with ink, but then nuclear,
Tease
swirl.
you with it.
That was one of my things that, when I got the red mage. I was like, all right, I got all these heal 2s. I know that ink is the next thing on the list, so I'll just spam heal 2 until I see the ink, because then I'll know the reprieve is over and it's good time to go back to temper. Next skill, ink, and it's just like, oh, well, all right, sure, fine.
As I said, if I'm going to go out of Blaze of Glory, this was the type of seed you want to go out on. Show them all, like, just like, this was very close.
And frankly, like, the if he'd had more spells, like, Link-a-Lot, you pointed that out. If Chaos had leaned on any spells at all, there was a chance that wasn't as bad as it was. Yep.
Did we see any spells from
He
him?
did.
Nope.
He did not have a
He
spell.
did not have a
script.
spell
I would
at
bet
all.
money on that.
At all.
Or if he had any, it would be Cure 4. And he'd pull it out just before you're about to kill him. This is the type of seed where you would see that or 2 of them.
That's when you go get a level 50
That's
black belt. and be
level
done
50
with
black
it.
belt. Yep,
Yeah.
that's
If I
all
saw-
it's doing that now.
Yeah, if I saw Cure 4, then the math becomes, nope, go get the black belt. I got the staff.
I mean,
No,
the-
yeah.
One good grind tile I did find was actually in Ophir because I only had like 2 party members that I was really caring about. By then, it just Great Sharks and the Wizzy Hag, so I could take them down real quick.
I just did 3rd floor grinds until I ran out of houses, and then I did one more after that.
You had houses.
I had 4 houses when I started my Topher adventure,
I ran out of
and I had
cabins.
none by the end of it.
It's like I ran out of cabins. It's like, do I want to just keep diving because it's this late in, or do I want to just eat the time loss and just fly back from an area every time I die? I think I'll take the fly back because of how the seed was. Because you knew if you were having anything, with a lucky break, I won't say it was over, but it sure is. You're gonna be moving out ahead by a lot.
Linklot, you have questions?
No, I covered mine.
Okay. Well, this was about 2 hours longer than I think we expected it to go.
Yeah,
So
so,
let's go with final thoughts at this point. Mageius, you are out of the tournament at this point. What are your thoughts?
am I the first one eliminated for our tournament?
Yes, but that's also the case of we've only had 2 players play so far. So
True, but I'm glad I also got to showcase, some skills here, because I've got a few other tournaments to do. But I have to say, if you're gonna go out like a Blaze of Glory, that's the type of seed that, like, at least make your opponent suffer and put on a great show for them.
by the end of it, oof.
Well, hey, did you enjoy the seed? Apart from being glad you were
By the end of it.
I think we were just as relieved as Fizzle when he finally saw Terminator. We're just like, it finally happened. All right.
That's
Chaos is dead.
That's the new one we hold up for, like, this is how terrible things can get. Fizzlebeef.
Yeah.
Final thoughts.
Thank you for joining us for our special presentation, 6 hours in Topher.
We've done.
Make sure to tip the waitress on the way out. I'm sorry. Good night.
A Terrence Malick film. Just so slow.
Also, whoever rolled the seed, you're banned from rolling seeds.
SpeedGaming. It's their fault. Anyway. Link, any other thoughts before we wrap up?
No.
Then-
Thanks everybody. I guess thanks everybody for hanging out for that long. Cause
Yeah, that was...
I saw like 3,000 people watching. And
Oh, good
yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
I'm really
Wow!
I gotta wear my
I'm
pirate code for
especially
this
sorry.
stuff.
So
That was...
yeah, I peeked. I'm like, oh, we've got like 2.9, 3,000 people watching. It's like, I'm okay.
Okay.
It's just Topher. Let's do more Topher. It's like
Yeah.
6 hours of Topher. Why not?
Glad you guys stuck through it.
I need to go back and read the chat log for that one.
Yeah.
If anybody
Yeah.
was reading chats, like, that had to be one of those amusing things. Just like, you want to go back later on as a runner and just see like how everybody reacted to it, because it's like, it was hell for you, but probably some people felt it the same way.
And with that, I do want to thank you guys for watching. If somehow after all of that you liked what you saw and you want to see more, come to FinalFantasyRandomizer.com, where we have links to the Discord and the development Discord. We will train you on how to get through hellish stuff like that.
This.
Also remember our tagline: Final Fantasy Randomizer. It's not always this.
But it's always this.
It's not as bad as I've seen before, but at the same point.
With that, I want to thank everyone. Dark Moon EX here in the booth table.
Yeah.
With Sir Link-a-Lot, joined by Fizzlebeef and Mageius. We're going to let you guys go to bed at this point because it's now late, and everyone needs some nachos to de-stress from that. So have yourself a good night, and we will see you tomorrow, hopefully with a seed that actually is somewhere closer to 45 minutes than 3 hours. Good night, everyone.
Night all.